How's everybody doing on this lovely Sunday? It is Sunday, right? I'm hoping it's goddamn Sunday. I'm hoping it's Sunday today. Yeah, it is Sunday, and it's the bank holiday weekend. So, yes, I'm hoping everyone is having a fabulous bank holiday weekend. Um, I know that other people are live right now. Sorry, I'm just recalibrating. So yeah, it's Sunday, so I thought we'd come on and have a little conversation, a little chat, talking about all the lovely things that we've seen, just all the lovely things. Um, hey Luke, hello. How you doing? Um, but was sitting playing Pokemon Legends ZA. That's what I've been doing. And also watching Red-Handed, True Crime. That's what I've been doing, and also roughly catching up. Thank you for the heart, me, chamomile, but chamomile birds. Um, Thank you for the heart, me. So been doing that, but I've also roughly been slightly catching up, to a little bit of a degree on many different things. It never ends. It just never ends, never stops, never ends. Just all the things that are going on. So from my understanding, um, the prescription didn't go well, or the hormones didn't go well. Um, Thank you for the heart, Lindak. Hey Faye, hello. Oh wait, I can do because I'm on the phone. Hang on, let me work this out. How did I do it before? If I share, I can share. Haha. I can actually share my story on the phone. It's very difficult to do it on the PC, but I can do it on the phone. It's very easier to do. She read the words, "Do not download this prescription," and downloaded it. Hey Emily, good morning. Good morning, Sarah. Yes, thank you for the help me, Sarah. Yeah, I did see that. Good morning, Charlotte. Yes, I did see that Elphaba read that out, and I was like, um. That doesn't make sense. Thank you for the heart me, Holly. Thank you for the heart me, Charlotte. Yeah, I did see that, and I was like, good morning, Holly. Um, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Good morning, Midnight. Thank you for sharing the live, Sarah. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Um, because thank you for the heart me, Midnight. Um, Thank you for reposting, Charlotte. I now I get like thank you for the heart me Emily. I get prescriptions. Thank you for the reposting, Emily. I get prescriptions, repeat prescriptions, those kind of things. Had to get new prescriptions, you know, do all the prescriptions. Hope E has to pay for another. It would serve them right. Yes. Hey, Kat. Hello. I get ADHD meds, and I have to bring my your ID with you, Emily. Really? Okay. I mean, yes, yes. If you had to pay for them, because obviously, if you're working, good morning, Cinnamon Girl, and thank you for the heart, me. Thank you for reposting, Cat. Yes, I would imagine so. Um, Thank you for the heart, me, Cat. I like because obviously my prescriptions. Right, because I'm on benefits, but my partner works, we have like I do get them quote unquote free to a degree, but we get like a medical pass kind of thing, um, where you like it's hard to describe. It's like my partner pays for them, but I get like a medical exemption, like like some time up, like some things up or something. He deals with that. So like when I go and collect my medication, it's all on the system anyway. And I still had to pay for my meds because I work and like my job. Yeah, I get that, Emily. Going to have some brekkie. Ah, the boxes. Yeah, boxes are open today, Emily. Yes. Um, if it's pharmacy to dispense, how did they process that? See, that's where I get medical exemption due to my thyroid. Oh, right, fair, yeah. I get a medical exemption, but I don't get a lot of medical exemption because my partner works. Um, Morning sunshine. So I would request, but you would hear my children being loud. I get that, Faye. I get that. I fully understand. Um, so it's a see. This is where what I find interesting about it all is we knew this was coming. So here's the thing. Does this shock me? No. No, no, not at all. This doesn't shock me at all. Not at all. Thank you for showing, Emily. This doesn't shock me one bit. Okay. This doesn't shock me. I knew this was going to happen. We knew that something with the hormones, like, we knew it was going to happen. I pay yearly for my meds, as I have so many. Oh, midnight. I mean, my medication's just racking up, racking up. Yeah, it was predictable, Cat. I mean, I knew something was going to happen. It Morning, Nikki. Good morning. It was predictable because how do you get hormones without getting bloods and a psych evaluation done? Um, and it's almost. I did see the clip where the chat. Hello, Fox. Where the chat was saying that Boots was transphobic. And Elphaba was like, no, no, they're not transphobic. And I was like, what kind of chat does Elphaba have to turn around and say that Boots was being transphobic? I was like, okay. Morning, Zoe. I'm doing well. Yes, and apparently the pharmacist was rude. And the man was rude. I'm like, no, the man was doing his job. The man was doing his job, and you were sat there live on your phone. Um, like Albert, the man was doing his job. Like, okay, it's always convenient that something stops. Then that's not their fault. Yes, Paul. Yes, but it's predictable though. That made me laugh. Yeah, I was like, no, Boots isn't transphobic, but I'm like, what kind of chat does Alphabet have for them to constantly go, oh, Boots is obviously transphobic. That's the reason why you can't get your hormones. No. Apparently, the pharmacy worker was right winged vibes. For God's sake. Oh, my life. Emily. Oh, my life. Everything is transphobia with them. I mean, you're not wrong, but it was just the chat that was doing it. But I'm like, no, the pharmacist was just doing his job. Alpha was sat there on the like live streaming. The guy was just doing his job. He was on their phone, which is rude, as there would be other people saying private info. Exactly, Charlotte. Yeah, exactly. So who's really the rude one? Oh, oh yeah, they were wearing the lanyard. They were, yeah, yeah. Did you see the cat's broken the TV? Oh yes, I didn't see how the cat broke the TV, but I did see on the screen that apparently the cat broke the TV. I was like, how? Uh, I was like, how did like the TV's working? So I was like, okay. Good morning, Nanny Cake. I was like, how? Mm. Yeah, no, because basically it said don't download the script, and then what does Alphaba go and do? Download the script, which I think Alphaba knew. I think Alphaba knew that, to be honest. Maybe the cat caused the scratch, and yeah, possibly. I mean, Oh, when Diva broke the toilet, yeah. Maybe they're giving up for that. A live debate. Oh, AI summary. AI summary. A live debate about a pharmacy's stance on transgender patients. Interesting AI summary. Hey, Joyce, interesting AI summary. Very interesting. Um, Morning, JLO. Good morning. Very interesting AI summary. Um, it's interesting. What there are so many interesting things where you do live streams on the phone versus on the PC. Um, very, very interesting different things. Thank you for the heart me MR. Thank you. Of course, he did. He read it out on like yes, Fox. Yeah, they did. Maybe don't out a TV at cat level 2. Yes, yeah. I saw that Mew jumped and knocked it over. I think, oh, well, Alphaba's got that kind of balanced in the way that, yeah, it's not great. Good morning, Charlie, and good morning. The cat knocked it over. Now the screen LEDs are messed up. Oh, oh, right. Well, then, okay. I mean. I suppose you can cook burgers in anything really. I would mostly cook it in oil, but the wind knew that's gonna be no begging. Yeah, Flo, yeah. Thank you for the heart me, Miss Spicy Trash Panda. I've got so many ideas for merch. So many ideas for that different merch ideas, Trash Panda. I was like, oh, the Trash Pandas are gonna take over. We're going to take over the world. Pandas are going to take over the world. Even though I am a raccoon, even though technically it's a red panda, but that's not the point. That is not the point, okay? That is not the point. That is not the point. Morning, Haley. Good morning. That was too much oil in it. Yeah, just popping in the baby trash panda is staring. Oh, bless. Oh. I bet you being a new mum's is having all the fun being a new mum. Red pandas are cute. They are, Zoe. They are. Technically, I call it a raccoon, but it is a red panda. Technically, but I will stand by. I will stand by that. I will call it a raccoon. You're getting there, yeah. Unfortunately, being a parent does not come with a manual. I wish it did. Thank you for the heart, me Haley. Unfortunately, it does not come with a manual. I think a lot of parents wished it did, but unfortunately, it doesn't. To be fair, there are books out there, but it's all the. I'm guessing the terrible twos is an interesting stage, is what they say. It's what they say. They're doing amazing. Aww. That's so sweet, though. Aww. See, okay, so I can't show it because obviously I'm in voice chat. Obviously I'm doing not voice chat, but I'm doing a voice thing. But obviously I don't have a child. I've just got a very demanding princess that I would like to call fur a fur colt, fur cat, who's currently doing a very good impression of a sphinx. So I'm sat there, right, gaming, future baby, yeah. I'm sat there gaming, right? A fur baby, yeah. So I'm sat there gaming, playing Pokemon Zo, which I've almost finished the storyline, right? I'm sat there gaming. I turn. Happy Sunday, Sarah, everyone. I'm just getting ready to go for day drinks. Ooh, nice, Sarah. So I'm sat there gaming. I turn to look. This cat is sat there, just sitting there, nonchalantly staring at me. Like, I took a picture and I'll have to post it, but I'm like, what? Yeah, Elphaba has said that before. Elphaba's made that accusation before about Jack, which that's not true. That's not true. Elphaba has made that accusation before, which this is the problem when because Elphaba keeps on making these accusations about all these people, and so mm, it's just it's really disgusting because these are and this is the problem because the people words when Elphaba makes these accusations, it diminishes real men and women that have been through SA, and it really diminishes like people who've been through it, and that's the reason why people are really disgusted with what Alpha is doing. Um, there is no level, and he was on Kick earlier talking about Jordan and that Jordan. Yes, I know, and Alpha has turned around and said that Jordan groomed them, which is not true. That's not true. And this is the reason why I believe that Alphaba wants the autism diagnosis so badly, because then Alphaba's trying to play off that they're a vulnerable, they were and still are a vulnerable adult, um, and it's just the Alphabet is very the thing is that because when you look at autism or people who are neurodivergent, they can be easily manipulated into situations. Um, However, what Alphaba's done of their own fruition. So Alphaba never got influenced into doing what they did. Alphaba did what they did off their own back. And Jordan never groomed Alphaba because Alphaba's made the accusation about multiple people. Um, about multiple. They made the accusation about Scott. About Jordan. About multiple men. About multiple people. And the issue. This is where the issue comes in with is Alpha wants. I've missed so much this weekend because I've been celebrating my birthday, and you should be, Haley. You should be celebrating your birthday. You should be celebrating your birthday. I hope you got a lot of gifts. I hope you got a lot of gifts, and I hope you got a lot of cake. But no, and this is where Victoria. This is where the thing is that things will escalate to a point, and I mean they put their ex-partner George in prison. And I think George is actually on TikTok. George just came into my lives. This is a while ago. Um, if it really has happened or does happen, no one will believe them. The boy who cried wolf. Yeah. I asked for money. I want to buy some jewelry, but trash sale and B George just bought me. Aw, that's so sweet. Aw. Um, George E's ex, he sent to prison. Yes, they did. Yeah, I cannot understand how he gets away with everything. It's so frustrating. So about the getting away with everything. So it's very see. This is where Alpha is very good at playing the game. He thinks they're untouchable, entitled, and wants all these labels as to get it. Yes, which the get out of jail free card doesn't work. He was saying we stalk children and that we support a pred, etc. He really was working this narrative. Yes. So I did see that. Morning, Satan's son. I hope you're doing well. So yes, they did say that. That we all it was an interesting one because animal abusers, um, child abusers, and it was a whole spew of things. They do need sectioning to be fair, but I think that's what they want. They want to be sectioned. And here's the thing. Here's where, and Haley brings up an amazing point. E needs sectioning, right? Now, I have the medical. I have the medical history, right? I've got a long fucking medical history. Good morning, BB. I hope you're doing well after everything. If I behaved in the way that Alpha was behaving, right? And trust me, I've been close to being sectioned and actually been um in some places. But anyway, if I behaved in the way that Alpha was behaving, and this is how you know that Alphaba is not autistic, by the way, this is how you know that Alphaba is not autistic at all and has not been diagnosed. Because if Alphaba was diagnosed or anything like that, they would have been sectioned by now. Because if I behaved in any way, shape, or form the way Alphaba is behaving right now, I would be sectioned. I would be sectioned. Because guess what? I had the diagnosis. They would look at the diagnosis, police would look at the diagnosis, look at the behavior, and go, maybe we should intervene. And that's how you know what Alpha was doing online is a lie. Seriously, they wouldn't. What would sectioning achieve? So Alpha wants to be, well, getting into the mind of Alpha, Alpha wants to be sectioned to prove a point, and it's to prove a point to all of the people that will say raise awareness about Alpha that you did this to me, because if you listen, everything that Alpha says, it's always you did this to me. It's never what Alpha does. It's always you did this to me. You made me do this. You made me behave in this way. It's never my actions are the reason why I'm being called out. It's always you made me do this. And yeah, it may be to avoid jail, possibly. And it may be a way to get away from the being called the pred. Yeah, it may be. Yeah. I believe that it will for that gentleman. I believe that so it says I believe that he has been diagnosed, but not with what he wants. Maria knows it too. FASD. I mean, yes, we probably yeah. I mean, I can very much believe that it is the FASD. Good morning, Hayden. Good morning. Dangerous thing is, Josh, is that he actually believes it themselves, and that is a good point, Charlie. He believes these things. Like, morning, Liz. So when it comes to we'll take the air horn situation. Things have escalated to the point of the police are being involved. Oh, sorry, Emily. Sorry, Emily. I do apologize. There we go.
Lovely, you okay?
I'm doing okay. I hope you are too.
I'm good. I forgot to message you about yesterday when you were talking about E saying that they got moved because of that they went through.
Yeah.
I work in housing. I'm not a housing officer. realistically, based on my work, because it wasn't by a partner, it would be very unlikely that he would be housed, say rehomed, because of that incident, unless it was a case of someone broke into the home. Makes sense. So the whole thing of, oh, I was moved because of what happened to me, I don't think that's the case. And I think it was anything more to do with the dog thing, because I remember E's old address got leaked when they were living in, I think it was near Ealing or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Curious, because like some people were
I think,
in,
like Ellie says, it was because of the fire.
yeah. So he did get, sorry, they did get moved because of the fire, but what they were trying to say is before the fire, they were planning to be rehomed because of the grape incident. When I think, if anything, it was just to do with the docs thing. And it's also like with, and I'm not one to victim blame, he gives out the lot code to the building where they're currently living to everyone, and that's not consistent with someone who is saying they're so weird. Reese thinks they started the fire. Goodness sake, Reese.
Yeah. By the way, hello, everyone coming in. The new address was leaked within a week. It was.
It was, yeah.
Um, it was leaked very, very quickly. And the thing is, it's sort of like um the, and that's the thing. He leaks it themselves because he gives
Hmm.
out the address to the grinder dates,
Yeah,
which is not the best thing to do.
yeah,
Um,
definitely.
no one has been to their address though, have they? Mel, I mean,
Oh, hi, Haley.
I think so I was making things. No, I get the. I think a few men might have, as in to harm them. No, not to harm them. No,
I
not.
don't
I mean,
think so. I think
Alphabet. I think
sorry,
Alphabet.
Gushy.
No, I think Alphabet says that people have, but the thing is that when it comes to that, people, you would think that people would make a lot of noise online, if that makes
Yes,
sense.
definitely.
Because nobody, well, I speak for myself here, but nobody
Hmm.
wants to make Alphabet the victim other than Alphabet
Yes,
themselves.
I
Good
agree.
morning, Jess.
Morning,
So
Jesse.
you know what I mean. So it's a case of the only person that wants Alphabet to be stalked is Alphabet themselves, which is it's a very strange dynamic. Because when you think about it, Alphabet wants to live in this victimhood mentality. Um, if anyone had gone to the flat, he would be all over that and made a big. Yes, they would. Yeah,
Yes, I
and
agree. And I think the reason people, in my opinion, haven't gone over is because there's vulnerable people in that building. Like,
yeah.
it's not as if he lives in a secluded part where there's no neighbors. Like, they live in a building with people who are fleeing DV, people leaving
Hmm.
care. I would never like condone anyone who would go to upset E. Like, but it's interesting because he has at some point allowed their address to be leaked on Kick and on TikTok. It's just wild to me because I'm someone who very much values my privacy, and I
Yes,
would never say, oh, this is my address, come fight me. Like, that's stupid. And you
it's
can't,
wild.
it's just wild, especially because he's saying, oh, I'm a vulnerable adult, but okay, but would a vulnerable adult be saying, this is my address, come on, come fight me? Like,
I mean, uh,
stupid.
exactly, and that's the thing. It's it's so wild when you look at it in that way. Thank you for sharing, JJ. It's so wild
Hi,
when you look at
JJ.
it in the. Thank you for the help, JJ. It's so wild when you look at things in in both aspects, because one minute they want to be a vulnerable adult, but then in the other aspect of it, they oh Jesus Christ! AI summary says analyzing the drama surrounding an online feud. Comment your take on the situation. Okay, AI summary. Okay.
Get your takes in, everyone. Takes
Get
in
your
the
takes on
chat.
everyone. Apparently,
Green hearts and
yes.
no, not green hearts. Raccoon emojis in the chat for our Joshy.
He has made a lifestyle from it. He doesn't want to work, so it provides money and accommodation. I mean,
Yeah.
yes, Widget, I can agree there. Yes, Kelly, I know they're live singing now.
Yeah, that's why I'm in here. I can't stand their singing, to be honest with you. And it's just not worth it for me. I'd rather be in here with all the good vibes and the good people. Raccoon emojis in the chat. Yes.
Everyone's
Showing out
doing
love to
raccoon
Joshy.
emojis, yay!
It's just so strange to me because like they were talking about Jordan. I don't know if you caught it, but it's so weird because he has been saying you can't call someone a P word or a rapist if they've been convicted, but you're saying
The
things have
Jordan's
happened
right.
to you. Because they were saying that Jordan groomed him, which everyone has, their own opinion. I mean, I don't know, maybe, but like he
But
has a habit of doing this, especially with men who aren't white.
I mean,
I don't remember what Jordan looks like.
I think Jordan is white.
Let me Google him.
So yeah, Jordan's white. I think what it
Okay.
is in the situation that it was, and Jordan was a friend. Jordan was a friend of Elphaba's, and what it was Jordan released the situation. Now Jordan is culpable in that situation as well.
Yeah.
But Elphaba got more of the backlash for it because Elphaba was the one literally talking to the miners. Of course, Jordan's not going to release his side. Of course, Jordan's not going to release all of his dirty laundry. But was then pulled up on that. Yeah, Jordan released the screenshots showing the chats. Yeah, so Jordan released the chats, right? And that's where and the thing is that Alphabet did get a lot more of the slack of that.
Yes.
When E does wrong, blames others, and E and Jordan grooming on Roblox, they both did it. Yeah, they both did it. And here's the thing: Alphabet wants to blame Jordan for the whole situation, and the problem is that no, you are just as culpable, and the only reason why Alphabet got away. I mean, Jordan got away with it as well. Let's face it; they both got away
They're
with
both
doing it.
wrong, and that's what people don't seem to understand. It's like with the whole Jeffrey and the woman who helped him. They're both wrong uns. The difference is
I don't know
because
whether JJ wanted to actually be dragged up, but I've dragged JJ up anyway. Man.
Hey JJ,
Yeah,
lovely.
hi, I've just woke up. So, Jordan was reported to the police as well. He was also dragged into a live, I believe it was by Queen Mandy at the time. And he was quizzed as to why, because he was the one who made up the chat. He was the chat owner.
Yes, he was, yeah.
He was the chat owner. He was friends with all these fucking kids and everything like that. He used to sit there and say like, oh, like go along with the kids and say like, oh, we're girlfriend, boyfriend, stuff like that. He is more of a pred than what Elphaba is.
Yeah.
And it was just, to begin with, I think it was like 3 men in a chat with all these kids, girls, and then someone left, and then it was just Elphaba and Jordan. But Jordan did get reported, and he did get reported as well, dragged into a live, pulled up on a lot of it, and he couldn't answer any of it. He couldn't answer none of it. Why he had minors in a chat, why his justification was, well, I speak to the parents, which was absolute bullshit.
That's not
Yeah,
justification at all. That's not
definitely,
justification.
absolute
No.
BS.
But it's
Yeah.
not the
That's
only
what,
chat
because,
he had.
oh, I
Mm,
didn't know about that.
No.
I,
He
I,
had loads. He had loads.
yeah, and I think what it is, and obviously, uh, I disagree. He is just, but no, I get that. No, I get that. And the thing is what irritates me about how Alphaba's acting now is obviously things have been pulled up again. Obviously, because this whole situation has been brought up again because Alphaba went at Violet.
Yeah,
He gets pulled
Obviously,
up every year. Every
yeah,
year, and he says the same fucking thing. I wasn't at fault and all that bullshit. It just,
but
and
then
he is.
yeah, they are, and that's the problem here. And the thing is it what annoys the reason why Alpha gets the shit that they're getting is because of the way in which they are behaving. Like Jordan, like as far as I'm aware, has just disappeared. Like they're doing
yeah,
Alpha says that they're doing TikTok shop now, which means Alpha's watching Jordan.
Jordan is
yeah,
still about. He is
Jordan's
still
still
about.
about, but
Yeah.
Jordan, like, I'm sure Jordan gets pulled up on shit, right? As like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't watch Jordan.
And
To
that's
be
the
Um,
fair, I don't
thing.
know what he
Jordan
did.
should be pulled up on that, just like Elphaba should. I feel like what Elphaba is trying to do is say, I'm not, like, basically Elphaba's trying to say, oh, I'm not the main culprit behind this. This
morning,
is
Leroy.
Jordan's fault. But like I said, it's like with the whole Ghislaine and Jeffrey thing. Like Jeffrey, he didn't do all that trafficking, so TikTok shop by himself. He had help. And
Hmm.
obviously I know it's not the same thing, but like two
Yeah, I
people
know what
can
you mean.
both be wrong uns, and that's what
Yeah,
Elphaba doesn't seem to understand. It's like, I don't see Jordan on my For You page. I didn't know he was around. If I saw him like in real life on TikTok, obviously I'd be asking the questions
the
that everyone else
questions.
is. Why
Yeah,
are you like, why did you think that was okay to do? Like, that's
yeah,
my personal viewpoint. And with Elphaba, this whole thing of like, oh, I'm being targeted because, you know, they're autistic and trans. Elphaba doesn't even realize how many autistic people are likely to experience SA and not even
hmm,
realize that it was SA.
exactly.
Exactly.
And that's where this is where right. Jordan didn't really have an answer. Jordan didn't really have an answer for like what he did. Right, he did turn around and say that obviously JJ just turned around and said that obviously he was in contact with the parents and this, that, and like this, that, and the other. Right, but Jordan didn't really have, as far as I'm aware, much of an answer for what he did.
The thing
Right?
is, he turned round. Sorry to interrupt, Josh. He turned round when he was pulled up in a live. He turned round and said that he was going to provide all of the chat, all of the
Yeah,
chat. That never, ever, ever
of
come
course
to
it wouldn't.
fruition. Never.
Of course it wouldn't.
So he
But
put out selective stuff. He saw everything that was going against Elphaba and thought, I want a piece of that.
yeah,
And
of course.
gave just
Yeah.
literally the worst bits that included Elphaba, didn't
Yeah,
give anything else that included him that made him sound shitty as well.
man, he should have done. He should have done.
Yeah, he should have done.
He should have
Yeah.
done. But my problem is so I'm so yeah. So the thing that annoys me is Alphaba's response is, "Oh, I had the mind of a 12-year-old. I was like." Alphaba's response is, "I'm a like." The way in which Alphaba's handling it is, "Oh, I was vulnerable. This, that, and the other. You can't come at me because it's transphobia." Like that's not the reason. Alpha was trying to excuse it with autism, with this, that, and the other. And it's like, no, you did these things, Alphabet, and you will be pulled up for them until you literally answer to them and not use autism or this, that, and the other for them. And and like stop trying to deflect onto Jordan. Like, yes, Jordan's the wrong one as well. But
Yeah.
Jordan isn't the one sitting here going, "Oh, you can't come at me because I'm autistic." Like you
Mm.
can't. It Alphaba's justifications for this is the reason why Alphaba is being called out.
Yeah, and it's like Haley said, Eve was old enough to move out, but not to know this. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly. Yeah,
they
Haley. Yeah.
pick and choose when they want to be vulnerable. And I'm not diagnosed with autism. I haven't had my assessment, but like I know a lot about autism because I have friends who they assess autistic children. And one thing with autistic people is like they generally, like in some cases, they may not realize what they're doing is
Yes,
wrong, even, and especially in cases
can do.
like this. And it's like a 12-year-old, for example, you know, like being flirty with another 12-year-old, that's not the same as someone who was
Oh,
17,
sorry, Reese.
whatever. That's obviously not the same. And that's what I don't think he seems to get. It's like we're calling them out for their actions, not because of their identity.
Yes.
Morning, lovely Reese.
Hi,
Hiya.
Reese.
Um,
Sorry.
I used to live
Oh.
by a special needs school,
Mhm.
and they had students who had a mental mind of a 12-year-old.
Hmm.
And I've been living by that school for almost 30 years, and they're in their 20s, and they still got a mind of a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
It never goes.
Yeah.
No.
And
Thing
it's
is, if
always
you've
there.
got a mental age of the alert is lower than your actual age, then you shouldn't be on social media without like guidance or parental supervision and whatnot. And unfortunate, like Elphaba doesn't have a younger mental age than what
No.
No, they don't
Definitely
know.
not.
they don't.
No.
They did have support via social to begin with because they were in supported accommodation when that
Hmm.
was their first place they moved into when they left Maria's.
Yeah.
But apart from that, that's the only support that they have actually received,
Yeah.
like professionally.
Yeah.
Apart from
And
cats.
And one thing, okay, so like my dad's brother, so he literally has a mental disability. When he was, I think I was 2 when it happened. He was out one night, he got run over, sorry, TikTok shop, and he has a severe brain injury. He has the mental age of like maybe a 19-year-old at max. Like it really messed with his mind.
Quality.
Yeah, it's really, really
No.
bad. And like
No.
when he talks about like being mentally disabled, someone like my uncle, he actually is mentally
No.
disabled. And like he was so different based on what my
No.
family told me to how he was before and after the accident because how it affected his brain. Like there's stuff
As
he wouldn't be able to do now just because of how his mind is.
yeah. I mean, how old? I mean, how old? How that words? How old was your uncle? Sorry, did you say?
So I was 2, and my uncle, I think he was like in his 30s. I think he was like early
Wow.
30s. What
Yeah.
happened was it was literally a night out. He didn't look where he was going, and the car, this sound kind of graphic, it went over his head. He cannot even
Oh,
walk
yeah.
properly. He doesn't even know, like all the stuff he used to do. He used to go out, you know, drinking, you know, on the pool. He can't do
Yeah.
that because of
Yeah.
his
But
mental age. So
yeah.
when he goes on about, I have the mental age of a 12-year-old, but you really don't, because like with my uncle, he is like, if someone even talked to him and said, oh, you had a girlfriend and you were going to get, you know, you're going to have kids with her, he would be like, oh, I don't want to talk about that. Like, that's so creepy, you know, like, because
Okay.
his
Okay.
mind is literally younger than his physical age.
Yeah.
He would have been diagnosed with something like that at an early age
Yes,
when
I would
he
have. Yeah.
wasn't hitting milestones or something like that, and he definitely
Yeah.
hasn't had any trauma that
Mhm.
would have caused such a thing for him. So
I mean,
No.
it's interesting because I've mentioned before that like I wasn't hitting my milestones as a kid. I've spoken a little bit about what my mum's like and how she neglected medical care. So like But it's interesting because with E, like, I think they just, like, I just think it's a victim thing. I think they see being autistic as being a constant victim. They see being trans as being a victim. While I know many trans people, many autistic people, some who are both, and they're the strongest people that I know. They
Yeah.
work, they go about their. With me, I don't like to call myself a victim because of my ADHD or stuff I've been through. I just say, this is stuff that happened. I've got to move forward because if, in my opinion, if I constantly victimize myself, I'm going to be so depressed. I'm not going to have any motivation in life. And that's just me personally.
Exactly. Yeah, but no, that's exactly. But that's the stance to have, though.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
No one wants to be a victim. No one wants to. If anything, like the people that are victims, survivors, would prefer not to be. If anything, it doesn't matter whether you're a survivor of a health condition, of a mental health illness, of an assault, you would rather not be.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
definitely.
Elphaba seems to fantasize it, if anything.
Which is strange.
It is strange, and like, morning, lazy days. Sorry,
Emily, stop.
I thought being trans and out was freeing and empowering. Yes, it is, Hayley. It can be.
It is. Trans people themselves, like, because I know many who are trans men, trans women, and they're so happy, like, being who they are. They don't victimize themselves. I know some who have had every single operation, and they're the happiest they've ever been. They wouldn't, like, with the whole prescription thing, like, I'm sorry, but like, how do you mess that up when I'm assuming it would say in big bold letters, do not download this? I was going to say, wasn't it read out?
Yeah, I think Misty or Pezza posted it. He literally read out on live, the patient, do not download, this is for the pharmacist.
Yeah. And then Boots was being accused of transphobia, and the pharmacist was accused of being a reform person. Like, it was wild.
Just
like,
nuts.
how
it's
the hell?
Crazy.
It's so strange, and like, it's just wild to me because, like I was saying earlier, I collect medication for my ADHD because I'm on methylphenidate. It's a controlled one, so I have to bring my ID with me every time. I am curious though, because E said their legal name is Elphaba, but citizen card, you can't, a pharmacist, they won't accept that. Luckily, I carry various forms of ID on me.
He's got a citizen's card, which obviously you can put a preferred name down.
Yeah.
You can.
He hasn't got, his legal name is still Orion Doherty.
Yeah.
I believe with some of them you can put like nicknames which will have, so for example, like if I was to do one and I put my nickname, which is JJ, although my full name is Jenny Johnson, if I go, oh, I want to be known by JJ, I know it's a little bit different to Elphaba's. I can have some IDs that will have my preferred name. So but a citizen card are generally recognised by quite a lot of places.
Yeah, they recognize. They recognize if you're like going to the shop.
Yeah.
Buying.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, yeah.
And also, yes. So he did go on this whole thing of, I want to freeze, certain parts. And decided, oh no, I can't bring a child into this world, but maybe I'll adopt. But I've never heard of E wanting children of their own or just children in general.
Which, by the way, that's going to be different. I mean, adoption is going to be, with the way that Alpha is going, adoption is going to be extremely
unlikely.
Difficult for Alpha.
No.
That they will look at their mental health and
they will look at their digital footprint as well.
Yeah, and also if they don't have a job, right, they're not going to be able to get a child because when a child is considering being adopted or fostered, they look, okay, do you have a stable income? Can you provide? E is living currently they're living in a studio apartment. There is no room for a child, and we've seen how E is with children. We've seen how they doxed that mother who escaped DV and had 3 children. I think most of them were young. Like, who would want to give that person, you know, like a baby? I wouldn't even trust him with, like, you know, those baby Annabelle dolls. I genuinely wouldn't.
One of the dolls you get for sex ed.
We never did that in my. We never did that in my
I've seen those
school.
dolls.
I went to
Okay,
Catholic
so
school. They wouldn't. We didn't
AI
have that.
summary. AI summary: a discussion on mental health and being labelled a victim in quotes. Share your thoughts.
I mean, that's a
Yeah,
calm
okay.
summary.
I tell you one thing that did piss me off, where obviously I don't really do elphaba awareness in the sense of how I used to do it.
Yeah.
The one thing that really, really fucked me off when he went out that night was coming back and saying the awareness community, none of us have been through what he has been through. And that made my blood boil, because I thought the absolute cheek you have to label, like, the majority of the awareness community have in fact been through a lot of fucking shit, which make them survivors. I'm not using the word victim because I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
But it's just to sit there and say that, and then you wonder why people dislike you so fucking much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And can I also give a shout out to Reese, because he's been so lovely and trying to support as many people as he can who's been triggered by Elphaba. So I just want to give a huge shout out to Reese, because he really is the loveliest guy. And if you're not following him, please. I love Reese so much. And when Elphaba said what they said, I'm not gonna lie, it made me so tempted to like post a video, but I'm like, no, I don't need to explain my situation and what I went through. I've spoken to JJ a little bit about it, and Jess as well, and a few other people. But the way I see it, right, the whole generalization, because with E is the only victim. No one else is. No one else has been through what E went through, even though statistically a lot of people in this world have, especially women, especially autistic people. And you know, at the end of the day, no one has to put their story online. I'm a firm believer of that. If you want to put it out, that's your prerogative. That's your choice at the end of the day. But to say the awareness people haven't been through what you have, when he's also very quick to, you know, like make fun of women who have been through DV. Like, again, look what happened with the neighbor, Maria's neighbor.
Exactly.
And you're right, Hayley. How would he know? He doesn't know our lives. He just assumes that, oh, we all sit around because we have no jobs. Babes, you have no job either. So what is the point?
I'm so
confused. Yeah, I know. So that's the thing. It's so I'm reading comments. That's the problem here. It's sort of like the fact that he had the brass balls to say that, just because, and it's just what is his end game? Linda, I don't honestly think they have an end game.
So I can give you a little bit of insight into that. So Elphaba's end game is he wants it to be exactly how it used to be before all the condemning information come out on him. He wants it to be how it was before. Everything, unfortunately, it wasn't even just purely down to all the shitty information that come out on him. When TikTok switched over to daily leaderboards instead of weeklies, it started to gradually, I think that was half of the reason why Elphaba lost the income that they did. Elphaba wants to be liked, be loved, be able to manipulate, be able to get what he wants when he wants, and basically work for nothing and have everything handed to him on a silver platter. That is literally what Elphaba wants.
Yeah,
and that is how Maria has essentially brought him up, because Maria hasn't worked. Maria has literally just been given everything to her, and Elphaba's seen it as it's a normal thing. It's a normal thing, and like he's unfortunately part of a generation that was given that mindset of you can have anything, you just have to basically, not in the same words, but you basically just have to stomp your feet and you will get what you want. That's essentially what, like, how Maria has dragged him up.
Yeah, and the thing is, and it's very interesting because I have family who cannot work because of how disabled they are. Like I mentioned, my uncle, and he worked before his disability. He always worked. He always put his money in. And he feels bad that he can't work, and I'm like, but you are literally. He can't even hold down a remote job, and I wouldn't expect him to work.
I get his feelings. Like I fully relate to that, and like.
Yeah.
Because like Mr. Raccoon is currently at work right now, works his ass off. And you know, there's me, you know, who freaking I'm having a bad pain day. But
Bless you, hon.
that's just every day for me. But anyway, like I people have this notion of we do love Mr. Raccoon. Mr. Raccoon's awesome.
We love him.
I think, Josh, you're the same mindset of me. Like, if you could, you would go to work.
If I could, I would. And the problem is that the people seem to think that, it's so lovely being disabled, and it's so lovely just
it's really not though.
But the thing is that people don't understand that the guilt that you sit with as well.
Oh, bless you, Jess.
I've had to explain to people. So obviously now me and Dan, we both purely survive on benefits.
Yeah.
And I hate it because me and Dan, we brought the kids up and we brought the kids into this world. Obviously we've got another one which is completely different. But we brought the kids into this world under the guise of we want our kids to be able to see a working family, which 4 of our kids have seen us hard at work, and people are always under that under the assumption that we have such a better life and we just get to sit around and do nothing for our money, which, I mean, to a degree is correct, but I don't think people realise how much we had to give up in order, like the amount of money that we were getting for both working, the pay cut that we have taken just for being unwell and having both deteriorating health conditions is fucking insane. Our income has halved, if not more, which is not what we wanted for our kids. But it is what it is. I mean, there are some plus sides to it. We get to spend more time with the kids. We get to go and do more with the kids. There are some, slight benefits to it. But, I would like to go back to where I could work. I'm sure Dan would love it. It's not just that. It's a break for you mentally as a person as well, because you're not stuck in the same routine every day. You get to go out and you get to do work, you get to meet different people. So Dan was like a regional manager who covered half if not more of England at one point, and he was meeting new faces every day, talking to different people every day and earning a fantastic wage. He would love to go back to that. But unfortunately, if he did it now, he'd be able to do one day and then be incapacitated for the rest of the week, because he barely takes his medication as it is. But it's just a shitty thing. It's the same as me. I used to be a senior carer doing 60 plus hours a week. We used to tag team. I used to work nights, Dan used to work days, and it was just, we'd have one joint day off a week. And it's just, but Elphaba has had 2 jobs in total. They worked at a chicken shop for less than a week, and then they worked at, this is the bit that always fucks me off, they worked in a theatre for a show called Luna.
And they never turned up.
They never turned up to rehearsals. So when they sit there and go, I would love to be on the West End, I would love to do this, I would there have been 2 main opportunities where they have been given that, One was doing the show for Luna, but they wanted shit to be handed to them on a silver platter. They wanted everything to work around them. And unfortunately, the producer and everyone, the director was like, no, we're not having that. That's not how this is going to work. And that show does really well without Elphaba. They replaced him very, very quickly.
Yeah.
And then you had Talia Dean, who introduced him to a lot of people, and he fucked that up massively with Talia.
Oh yeah, Talia really helped get his name out there.
No, he literally had.
I don't understand. So there were the whole rehearsals thing, right? I see. Alpha has been given chance after chance after chance to literally be the person, Morning Witchy, to have, like, doors have been opened up for them. And like, I don't understand, like, they want to do theatre, but I'm like, yeah, but you have to rehearse for those things. So why didn't they do the rehearsals? Like, I don't understand.
There was a lot of opportunities that they completely fucked up and had the chance to. Like, I think their dream is they go and do like the West End. They go and do, say, Wicked, for example, like their dream job, and everyone works the rehearsals round him, round that he wants to do it. But even then, like big stars, so like Cynthia or any other big stars that have done, like, I can't remember their bloody names, but like Lucy bloody
Laura Pitt.
Laura Pitt,
One of the Elphabas.
Yeah, one of the Elphabas. I can guarantee the amount of hours that they have had to put in rehearsing is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. And Elphaba doesn't want to put that amount of work into something like that. They want to be able to just go on to, it's like the come dine with me thing as well. They're literally sitting there, they're not really talking so much about the food. They were sitting there saying, oh, I can't wait to sing to people. That's not why the show's fucking being done. No one wants to fucking hear you sing. They want to fucking, the whole reason DJ's doing it is because they know that you can't cook for shit.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, right. So hang on. So do you think it's not about the actual work that goes into theatre. It's about the fame that the theatre brings.
Yeah.
Yes.
The platform that he would be given.
That's what Elphaba wants.
He just wants to be able to turn up without doing rehearsals, without actually putting the hard work in, and just get the notoriety, the fame for it, everything like that. As soon as the novelty wears off of that, after about, I reckon, 1 or 2 shows, he would completely fuck it off, not turn up, and shit like that.
Richie, he's still having him.
As far as I'm aware, they are still having DG on there, and like, but here's the thing: everything, as much as as we'd all love a free ride, wouldn't we? We'd all love things for free. We'd all love things for free, but unfortunately, everything does require hard work and putting the effort into things. It's like it's just, I don't know, like, I don't know how Elphaba just expects to be this massive superstar, like this massive West End.
You have to work really hard, and it's like for any career.
There have been quite a few voice coaches that have actually reached out to him as well. Again, I believe Talia tried to help him with one at one point, to help him actually progress his voice. When he was younger, his voice was absolutely phenomenal.
Actually quite good when he was young, to be fair. Give him that.
I was someone to say that, when Elphaba, if you go back and listen to Elphaba when they were younger,
loads of potential, loads of fucking potential, and quite a lot of voice coaches reached out to him. But again, Elphaba thinks they know best and doesn't want to listen to what other people want to advise them. And I mean, sometimes I'll give Elphaba their dues. Like, sometimes they will take advice, Like,
Yeah, sometimes.
not all the times, sometimes.
Sometimes,
Um,
yeah.
I think it depends what
Yeah.
mood they're in.
Morning, Kaylee.
But
Yeah.
he wants to be the very first trans Elphaba, but
Which
it's
Yeah, but
too
there's
late.
already been
too late
one.
for that. That's already
Yes,
happened. It's
but-
already happened.
Sorry, Misty. He's in his room alone.
Alone.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why Elphaba hates everyone, because there's a lot of projection going on. Like Elphaba hasn't reached. Alpha's got this idea in their head that they are this West End star and this celebrity and whatnot, and it's like
Yeah.
the project that like. Okay, so they are currently living in homeless accommodation, and they had this idea of, I think when they moved from their mums back to London,
Mhm.
they had the idea of, oh, just being in the proximity of London, oh, I've got this big name, everyone will recognize me, I'll be famous in an instant. It's the instant gratification, and I
Yeah.
think that this is where a lot of the hatred and projection onto the people who call Alphabet out. Alphabet hates everyone because Alphabet hates the fact that it's not going the way that they wanted it to go. Like
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, I agree with you, Joshu.
like they're not famous. They're not this star, and it's like, well, yeah, because you haven't put the work in.
Exactly. Like,
It's not going to be handed to you.
because the thing, I have friends who are they're in Greece. They want to be drag queens, and they have done everything to get their name out there. They have taken gigs where
Yeah.
they're not even getting paid, and they're in the worst types of conditions. But they're making their name out there. To be fair,
Yeah.
and that's the
You
thing
have
with
a look
E.
at-
Like,
I mean,
You have a look at most rock bands is the only example I can think of at the minute, but
Yeah.
there are other things. But you have a look at most rock bands. Majority of them started off in someone's basement, garage.
oh god, yeah.
Like
oh yeah, definitely.
places like that.
Yeah.
They started off at literally nothing. Even freaking social media influencers, they started off with nothing.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
bare
Freddie
basic,
Mercury.
like bare basic followers, couple of hundred, and they've just had a lucky break. But even after that lucky break, their workload increases. They've then got to push that content out there. Even for say S workers who do only thingy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
even them, I don't like people go, oh, it must be easy, just like getting everything out on a camera and being paid
No.
for it. I don't think anyone understands the amount of work and advertisement has to actually go into this content.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
There's a
everything,
lot. There's a
especially.
lot that goes
It
into that.
is- It is insane. I would rather go back to working a 60-hour, 80-hour week than doing the kind of work that social media influencers do, because they do not get 1 second of the day. It's constant. It's 24/7.
Well,
And
It really
won't do
is.
that.
yeah, and see, this is where, like, so there's 2 points I want to bring up. One on the back of what JJ just said. I watched the Do We Know Them podcast, and they turned around and said that because Jessie Smiles and Lily Marsden had their own social media fame. They went. It was on what's that freaking Vine. They got their fame from Vine and things like that, and they did production and all that things. But they turned around and said that it's the editing and the things like that, and it's like hours upon editing, and they do like their shows are like an hour and a half, an hour to an hour and a half shows like twice a week, but they do so much editing and so much stuff that goes into that, and it's like it's not hard work, but it's hours
It's
upon
mentally
hours.
taxing.
Yeah, it's like
Definitely.
time, and like the marketing and stuff like that, and you have to put yourself out there. So that's my first point, and then my
Oh, yeah.
second.
And it's not easy. It's definitely a lot of people think just because the internet is expanded, then it's easy to go viral and build a platform. But it's not always, because you have to
it's
remember,
not.
like for example, like people who review perfumes, there's like 20 people who may be in a specific part of the world, like doing the exact same content.
Yeah, exactly.
And
And the
if
thing
you don't
is-
stand out, people can't connect with you.
And if you're reviewing perfumes, you've got to have such, like, most people, like top tier perfume influencers and stuff like that, tend to actually have their body part, i.e. nose, insured, because it is their livelihood, it is their fucking income. So protecting that is a must. And then you've got the likes of Elphaba shoving God knows what up their nose.
And it's just the way that the perfumes are described as well. Like, oh, it has a very sweet scent. Okay, but in what way?
Hint of vanilla, hint of cedarwood, like what?
But no,
it's got a nice whiffy woo to it, like.
Yeah, I mean, but no, the second point I was going to make was so obviously I've spoken about that. I wanted to do drag and things like that, right? Now the thing that stops me is, I'll be honest, is my confidence with it.
Yeah,
that's like my confidence with it, and you know, I'm getting a bit more confident with it, but that's it. And it's sort of like that people.
Right, so with confidence, bit of advice, right? Once you do it a couple of times,
you'll get better with it.
Yeah. That confidence, I think the first couple of times you do it are the most daunting. Once you get past that, you're going to get, it doesn't matter what you do, you're still going to get shitty comments of someone. There's always going to be someone within the world that,
of course.
Yeah. But once you get past that, it's like when I did Only Thingy, I would have never, ever thought, oh my God, no one wants to see my body. No one wants to see that. But once I got past that and I advertised and I pushed it out and I was like, oh my God, people actually do. And that itself is an absolute confidence boost. And it gave me a different perspective in the sense of like, my body isn't as bad as like I thought it was, and you know, people do actually like it. It's not horrible, you know. It's, what's that old saying? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yes.
So when it comes to like you, Joshy, wanting to do like drag and stuff like that, you just do it. Screw what other people think. Just do it.
Exactly.
It's being in my own head kind of thing, as you know. You know when you get in your own head. I mean, I've said I bought those two dresses, and I've got wigs, I've got the makeup, I've got all the stuff to do it.
Just do it.
It's just doing it.
Yeah, do it. Life is so short, Joshy.
You are at such a great time to do it because you have such a fabulous community behind you.
Definitely.
Such a great support system behind you. That if you do it, people are going to push that out for you, and it's got to be one of the best times and for you to do it. To give you that confidence boost as well.
Yeah.
This is very, very true. I mean, you know, I have, I know I talk about Alphabet a lot on this page, but like, you know, we branch up and talk about a lot of different shit on here.
Yeah, all the time.
And so, and everyone seems to love the red hair recently. I love that. I'm loving this red hair.
I do love that we twin in a way because we both have chav red hair.
Chav red
hair. There is nothing wrong with chav red hair.
Without the root style.
Which I've got a question. So, and this has been bugging me like ever since that was said. Now, I'm somebody that I grew up, my mum wasn't wealthy or anything. I grew up in like, wouldn't necessarily call it council estate, but like I grew up with like, it was council housing, whatever. But I don't, so from my understanding, because Alpha said that, right? And it's giving me the sort of, it's giving me the, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, it's giving me the era of, not era, it's giving me the perception that Alpha's trying to give off that they are better than everybody else by saying
but
that.
Elphaba grew up on a fucking council
Yeah,
estate,
yeah.
so
I grew up on a
But-
council estate as well. Nothing wrong with that. And
There's nothing wrong with it at all. But I'm like,
Yeah.
why are you trying to give off the perception that you are better than somebody who grew up on a council estate?
Exactly.
I'm
the
like,
thing is,
when we
you
all know
ask
that you
all the
did.
people who grew
Huh?
up on a council estate how their childhoods were, and I guarantee that majority of them, not all, because there will be some, but majority will say that it is some of the best times they have had in their
Oh yeah,
lives.
I
yeah.
was not one of them. I'm going to be honest with you, JJ.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like majority. See,
Yeah, I know what
mine
you mean, hun.
technically wasn't a council estate, but I grew up on a road that acted like a council estate. So, in the sense of like everyone was out on a plane, it was pretty tight knit community type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're right, Reese. Did you want to say something, honey?
It was 50-50.
but
I mean,
majority did. Majority did.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, I grew up like 5 minutes away from Grenfield.
Oh, bloody
So it
hell.
was proper council estate, like, and to be fair, the neighbours were lovely. It was just my mum I hated. Everyone else, absolutely lovely.
Same.
I think Haley says, I think growing up with no money, council estate gives us all more. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
yes, yeah.
The thing is,
Also-
you would have thought that would have given Elphaba that same sense, but
Yeah.
this is where
Then-
Maria has fucked up.
Yeah, because she doesn't have like many friends or family that she speaks.
She does, as far as I'm aware, she doesn't speak. There's not many family. She does have some friends from what an ex-partner divulged. She does have some friends, not loads, but Maria, I think, saw Elphaba as a burden, a waste of fucking time. Maria, from what I gather, used to be quite an outgoing person, used to love going like out enjoying herself and stuff like that, and then obviously Elphaba happened, and yeah, and she lost that freedom. So I do feel bad for Elphaba, for Maria,
in that sense. Yeah, I do feel bad for her in that sense.
but with seeing how Elphaba has been dragged up, and I'm not going to use brought up, with Elphaba, how he has been dragged up, Maria is deep down not a great person to give Elphaba the mindset that they have got.
Yeah, and it's not even like they like, you know, there's the dad in the scene because like, okay, my mum was absolutely horrible. I'm going to be absolutely honest, but my dad was the loveliest man, and he would always say to me, my sister, nothing in life is free. You're like, while you're young, obviously you're going to get pocket money, but once you're old enough, you are going to need to be working or at least in uni. He passed before he passed when I was 12, right? But he would always say to me, my sister, you know, if you want pocket money, help out with the dishes, help out with the dog,
Yeah.
you know,
That's what we say
do
to my
whatever.
mum.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like I know people who grew up proper loaded, and they don't think they're better than me because they're like, I just happen to be born into a wealthy family. That's not something that, you know, deserves to be bragged about in a way, which I agree. It's not like, you know, like there's people who I know who were born from worse conditions than I have, and they have a really good life. That's something to be proud of, 1,000%, because they've worked for that. Like me happening, to say, like the fact that I was born in a specific part of London doesn't make me any better or worse than someone who maybe grew up in Surrey or grew up like in Clacton or Clapham or wherever.
Yeah. See, I've seen both sides of it. So you've got my aunt and uncle on my dad's side who are fucking minted. My uncle is a litigator for like all the big oil companies, so like BP, Shell, Texaco, all stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can search his name up. His name is Ewan Cresswell. He's fucking loaded. Don't speak to him anymore. But yeah, that's my dad's fault. But I've seen the side of a family being like one side of my family being absolutely fucking minted to the point where they don't have any money concerns whatsoever. And then you've got my mum's side, all Dagenham, Rainham, Romford, All
Yeah,
one's
see,
an ex cross addict who lost her kids. Like,
see, my family's pretty much the same. On my dad's side, you've got that for some reason. My dad is the odd anomaly because
Yeah.
yeah,
you know, my dad used to own his own business as a fireplace fitter, but doesn't own it anymore. But used to own his own business, and then you've got his brother was a police detective, which was really fancy, really wealthy.
yeah.
And then you've got his other brother. I have no idea what job he's got, but he's minted. And then his sister owned her own businesses. Like that side of the family is minted as hell.
Yeah.
And then
It's
you've
so
got
interesting
it's like
how we all have like it's sort of relatives, because
Yeah.
I've mentioned before that my family is Cypriot, and there was a war that happened, but before the war we had so much money. Like, we had like farms and everything. We had chickens, we had like pigeons that we would,
Cows?
feed. And we didn't have cows because cows
Fuck's
aren't really
sake,
that popular
Emily.
in Cyprus. But anyway, we were like proper minted, but then we had nothing, and then we had to like rebuild all that. But like with E acts like they grew up with money, but I really don't
yeah.
think they have. Like, here's the thing, E's comments about the red hair being chavvy, if it was from me or someone who like grew up in any of our conditions, I would have laughed at it. I'm not gonna lie, I would have.
No, I just want to point out the AI summary says debating if a wealthy upbringing makes someone better. Well, the AI summaries are well on fire today, but no.
Yeah.
See, I find people who come from a wealthy background. So if I looked at like my cousins, for example, from my dad's side, the way that I see them is they are very, very entitled, entitled. Whereas my mum's side of the family, all my cousins from that side, they're all hardworking. They all bust their bloody asses off. Yeah, all right, they're a little bit fucked in the head, but they are not as entitled as the other sides of the family. So I would definitely say being wealthy does have an impact.
It does.
Elphaba believes they are from a wealthy background.
I think they want. This is the thing. They want to be. Anthony Jojo, I think they want to be from a wealthy background, but they're not. They're as common as the fucking rest of us.
Yeah. They need to be like, this is going to sound so fucking corny. They need to be true to themselves and true to their background.
Yeah.
And I've said it for ages. If Elphaba was more open and honest, then a lot of people would have more respect for him.
Oh, yeah.
But the fact that Elphaba just makes shit up as they go, people are beyond the point of believing anything that comes out of their mouth now, because they've lied too many times, that they've been caught out far too many times. And now when it does come to them telling the truth, say for example, God forbid anything did actually happen to Elphaba where they were like SA'd, if it actually did happen, and even if he had hard evidence and like multiple witnesses and say an actual arrest, there would still be people that would be like, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
The other day with the guy who done like the bum on the back of the bum, but like, at the end of the day, I've like, yes, it happened and everything. The thing is with E, because they lie about such worse stuff, no one's going to believe the little things, like even if it's just, it literally is the boy who cried wolf, and at the end of the day, I think Maria definitely enabled him, because I think Maria's also lied about a bunch of stuff. Like, I remember the funniest thing is he said he asked Maria about FASD, and she said, I never drank when I was pregnant, but your dad was a really bad alcoholic. So maybe that's where it come from.
That's
not how it works.
Hang on, Shadow's just brought up a good point. E is a topic in Iceland.
Wow.
Iceland.
Bloody
hell. I mean, to be fair, they do know him in Greece, because when I went to Greece to see my friends, they were like, oh, do you know Elphaba from TikTok? I'm like, do not get me started on that cretin.
I don't think there's I think Elphaba has reached quite a few places across the world, but
Yeah,
I
like
wouldn't say
America.
famous. Famous is definitely not the word. It's definitely infamous.
I mean,
It's
so
like,
is CLA because
yeah, it's
there's
like
a
saying,
Canadian.
you're not wrong there. To be fair,
There's
it's
an-
like saying about like Savile, for example. Oh yeah, they're famous. No, they're infamous. Infamous.
Well
I would
known
say.
doesn't mean famous because, like you said, JJ, you could be well known for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And I remember as well, I was watching CLA Live. This was ages ago, and there was this girl who was on Drag Race Canada. She was like, he's really well known in Canada, and she's watching CLA. Some people they know about Elphaba and CLA and Mr. Well, not really Mr. UK TikTok, but they know them because of the crash outs.
Yeah, see, this is where sort of like it's interesting because people like CLA, Elphaba, and obviously Kev, they have this inflated ego that people know them, but I'm like, yeah, people know you, but they know you for all of the wrong reasons, and they really do believe that they are famous. They really do believe that they are famous.
The thing is, unless you've got that fame beforehand, then the only way to really get like proper noticed on social media is a crash out. And unfortunately, rage baiting does fucking sell.
It does.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it does. But yeah, unfortunately, it does. And this is where people like
in
Alphabet
France.
has tapped into it.
France?
Oh yeah, about Mr. UK TikTok official, because I think he got in an argument with some people who were French, and he said the security guard sided with them because they're French and he isn't. I can't remember the exact details.
Oh no, but as far as I know from Mr. Kev, he's not allowed back in his home.
His dad's.
His dad's.
Good.
Oh, good. I've only seen bits of like Kev. I don't really follow. I only like. I don't. It's not like I go out my way to search for Kev bits. I see what comes up on the FYP.
Same.
And the way he speaks to his dad, and he's is fucking disgraceful. Absolutely fucking disgraceful. The way he treats his dad as well.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's
especially when he's meant to be his carer at the end of the day. Like you don't do that.
Fucking insane.
It's nuts, and like we see. This is the thing, like people, and people like Alphabet, Kev, CLA. These people turn around and say that, oh, we stalk them. No, you dumbasses! You come up on our FYP constantly.
And he puts his online. That's the thing. It's like there are some people who they obviously they make more of an where they are with CLA. Because he's learned everything from her. She loves the drama. She loves the fact that people call up the restaurants and say, oh, CLA is here, you need to kick her out, because it makes her a victim too. And Elphaba's like, I'm going to do that as well.
Yeah. They all copy each other. It's just wild, isn't it? Like, it's just nuts. He said a while ago, he knows what they're doing to bring in the video. Oh, yes, then, they do.
Elphaba knows that if they... a lot of the time, I do think Elphaba just sits there and plays on a lot of shit and says a lot of shit because he knows it is going to rage bait.
Yeah.
He knows that people are going to get hyped up, and like, don't get me wrong, I do believe that Elphaba is fucking dumb as fuck at times. But there are also times where I don't like Elphaba knows what the fuck they're doing. They're not fucking stupid. He knows how to play the system. He knows how to play people.
Yeah. He even said the other day when Violet was cam touring, he said, I know if I get a certain thing out, people will have to stop cam touring me because obviously the TikToks terms of use and everything.
People won't stop cam touring so in a way he's correct. They'll stop showing him directly on screen, but they won't stop playing the audio. The audio won't get a ban unless he says something outright disgusting and outrageous. But if he pulls, say, a certain object out on screen, Violet, for example, will just move the camera.
Yeah, and if he talks about triggering things, I know a lot of cam tourists who they just mute him or they
turn him down,
put something else.
Yeah.
It's not like, because he thinks that, oh, okay, they have to stop talking about me and the whole trademark thing. The trademark thing fell
Trademark thing's
through.
bullshit.
Yeah, it's all
It's
bullcrap.
literally absolutely it's just a load of,
It's a load
and
of shit.
it was just wild to me though that, like, because he's like, oh, you can't can to me on TikTok because I'm on another app. That's not how it works though. And the
No.
only way he would have a case would be if he was either on a private account or he was on like a paywall thing. You know, like you do subscriber only lives. The only way he would have a case of, oh, you're not allowed to come to me.
Yeah, but he won't do that because the views won't be there because no one will pay for the subscription.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like, yeah.
And the thing is, like, even with his kick, like, I saw someone today who apparently was 14, and he's very quick to pull someone out for anything else. But if it's like, oh, this person's 14, it's like, okay, I'll leave them in there until I get told to remove, basically, sort of situation.
Yeah.
And this is where it's sort of like,
Joshy, did you want that person in here, by the way?
It depends on which one.
I really don't want to, like, let me message
Foxy put the name in the chat.
Yeah.
I just call them Foxy because I don't know.
I mean, they're not. Your live's a bit of a space where everyone and anyone can come in, so I don't do anything unless you explicitly say yes, no.
Okay. I mean,
Gail's
on
not
whether
said
you want
or
to
done
cause
anything.
trouble today.
Gail's not said or done anything. They just normally lurk in the background, to be fair.
They haven't said anything, so...
I think the only time, so for anyone in the comments, the only time someone normally gets muted or booted from here is if they have actively done something outright wrong, or are starting
Gail, I'm taking a
arguments in the
screenshot of you saying you'll be good.
Yeah,
No.
I'm just gonna, let me screenshot that.
Gail's gonna be good today.
Got it. Got the screenshot.
It's Sunday. Maybe she'll be good. Who knows?
Maybe she'll be good. No,
be good just for this live, and then after that, off to cause fucking chaos and mayhem and terrorize people.
I remember being in Violet's live, and she sent a treasure box, and I was like, "Wait, is this the same Gail?" I was like lost for words. It's a day of rest.
But it's a bank holiday, so does that mean tomorrow's also a day of rest as well?
I mean, yeah. Oh, by the way, I got you know, TikTok shop.
Yeah.
Speaking of TikTok shop, everyone says TikTok shop. I got not suckered in, but made by Mitchell.
I'm not a fan.
Say that again.
I'm not a fan of Made by Mitchell stuff.
I don't have anything.
But I kind of like, people were promoting, and I wanted to get like, apparently he's got black brushes in a bag, and I was like, oh, I want. So I was like, add to cart, and it's coming either tomorrow or it'll probably come on Tuesday because of the bank holiday.
I'll tell you what, everyone normally slates TikTok shop for a lot of stuff, but I order a lot of stuff, like my lashes, for example. I've tried different brands. I've tried Amazon. I've tried Wowshear, different individual clusters that you glue on yourself. And I cannot fault Tatty lashes. The only place I can really order them from where I get a little bit of discount is TikTok shop.
Yeah.
Absolutely love them. I don't think I would use any other lashes, but even like some maternity clothes recently, bought them off TikTok shop. I think they're really, really good. I think TikTok shop is underrated. It gets a lot of crap, but
because you have good finds on there, to be fair.
Yeah,
you did have some really good finds. I've got some contour sticks as well. They're not coming till literally the end of next week. I was like, okay, but
some places.
I think that's because they're being delivered by TikTok Global, whereas Made by Mitchell stuff. I also got some lip stuff as well by Made by Mitchell. They're being delivered by Made by Mitchell themselves.
Oh yeah, because they have their own.
They're UK based, so
they're
it's
UK
the same as
based.
Tatty lashes. If I ordered my lashes. Bloody hell! Last Friday.
have you? They
No,
looked
bloody
with
hell. I ordered them. They literally take about 48 hours to arrive.
That's not bad.
They're really, really, really quick.
That's not
really
bad,
quick.
actually.
They are really good and really quick.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of makeup brands who I know MAC UK. They have it's where they have discounted stuff. There's Jeffree Star's brand, but I'm not really big.
I like
James Charles's brand.
I like Jeffree Star's lipsticks. Absolutely fucking love them.
Lipsticks are good. But I hate getting ads for Painted UK because that's James Charles's brand. I cannot stand him.
Oh,
So does anyone else's phone listen to them in the sense of like shopping advertisements?
Yes.
Because
Mine
I'm
definitely does.
constantly getting. So me and Dan went Lakeside the other day, and we walked past one of the middle stores. If you've ever been to Lakeside, when you're walking down like the main corridor bits, in the middle they've got loads of little stalls with like different things. It could be like someone advertising like a car or sofa, and then you've got like Bubbleology, and you've got hair places, and there was one for a baked goods thing, and it had like cookie pies.
Okay.
And now all that is coming up on my TikTok shop is cookie pies.
Yeah, I know. They're listening.
I pretty much yanked Dan's arm off to drag him over and go, oh my God, look at the Kinder Bueno cookie pie. And now it's all that's coming up on my TikTok shop. And I'm like, all right, this is actually, I swear to God, I'm being trolled.
I mean, very likely. I mean, yeah, you know, the fans freaking listening to us all.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's how they know so much.
Yeah.
They used to do that on Facebook a lot back in the day.
And that still does it to me on Facebook. Still does it to me.
You use Facebook that much, to be fair. Reason why I didn't say nah.
I use Facebook, so when I need to take a break from TikTok, I use it to scroll, like doom scroll on there.
Yeah.
Reels, and I get a lot more suited to what I actually like to watch. So I like to watch a lot of medical dramas and stuff like that. And I've also got Game of Thrones and House of Dragons that come up on my feed on there. And I don't get nothing fucking TikTok related, which is absolutely amazing. So when I need to doom scroll, that is definitely the place that I go now. Insta is not fucking safe. My Insta reels are just pure bloody racism and like the stuff that comes up on my Insta. If I posted half of it to TikTok, I would get a permaban.
Oh no, Fiona. Oh, poor cat.
It is really bad. I mean, I only use Facebook just to like contact family and stuff, but like sometimes I do see the same stuff on TikTok that I see on Facebook, but more to do like with sponsored ads, not to do with like E or anything.
Can I just ask, going back onto the E stuff, what actually, how did the cat break the TV? I missed that part.
No.
So, from what I understand, because I haven't seen it fully, but from what people said in the chat, and I think, I don't think he's got that. I don't think he's got that TV.
He's watched it.
The TV is not on the stands.
Yes.
So
and
it's just leaning.
The cat knocked it. And it fell.
On the cat?
No, onto the table.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think that's what happened.
Because I saw some bits where people said that it jumped behind the TV and the TV fell. I saw something where someone said the TV had fallen on the cat. That's why I was a little bit like, what had actually happened?
No, but it never fell on the cat. Who's seen that is trying to cause trouble.
Okay. Yeah, and that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good.
And can I just say, Reese gave me a good bit of information the other day. Did you know that cats cannot have fish sticks?
I didn't know that.
I did not know that, and I've given my cats fish sticks, like crab sticks. Hold up.
I mean, I don't have cats, so I wouldn't know. I mean, I only have dogs.
I've got a cat.
What?
The cat, okay, the cat's fine as far as I know. Like you talking about from the TV? The cat's fine.
He wasn't happy over the TV.
Because I remember the TV. I know it's not like on a stand, it's like on the table or something.
Yes, he hadn't put the legs on the telly. That's
Yeah, I
why
think it
it
was just
fell.
balanced. But no, the cat's fine, you know. Cat's bounce back, you know.
Mate, my kids, I swear to God, one of them's just brought in a fucking Pokemon card and I thought it was a first edition Charizard.
Oh,
My fucking heart. But it's not. It's a 2016 one. I was like, oh my God. I was like, where'd you find it?
People, because one of my best friends, she and her partner collect them, and they've had
I
more
do.
luck.
I've got, so without only a few of my shinies, my current collection, because I haven't managed to scan all of them, are currently sitting at about 600 quid, and that's only about 12 cards. I do need to scan the rest. I have a lot of first editions, a lot.
wow, yeah.
That was the thing that I saw. I got a message to say that when Elphaba went and did their hormones, they went into Boots but come out with fucking Pokemon cards.
What I was so fascinated by was just like the fact that, I don't know, they got backtracked, so then they ended up in Greg's.
I mean,
Like,
I'll go to Greg's, to be fair.
with me,
I'll go to Greg's.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm very much like, if I'm going to one shop, that's it. I'm not going anywhere else unless I have to, and I have like a plan of action in mind. Like, maybe that's just me. Like, and then I was in Violet Cam too, and all the comments were saying we're getting the hormones from Greg's.
Gail.
The lanyard has the hormones.
Hang on, Gail just someone said, I'm the proud professor of a full living Pokedex in the games. Damn, that is.
I'm about
That sounds
halfway
impressive.
through it.
I'm gonna say I think I'm about 3/4 of the way there. I'm just about to complete. I'm just about to complete Legend ZA.
I've got the one on Switch. What is it? Pokemon Violet.
Oh yeah,
And
I've got
I'm about halfway through getting everything on that. But yeah, I've recently got back into Pokemon, and Dan bought me 5 packs of Destined Rivals for my birthday.
nice.
He bought me Converses, which is like a yearly tradition thing. I always get a pair of Converses for my birthday, and then in each kid's birthday cards was a pack of Destined Rivals cards. I was more excited over the Pokemon cards than I was over the shoes. So I was like, I need to open these now. So yeah, happy girl on my birthday for that.
Nice.
I mean, you've only turned 21 once, JJ.
Very true, yeah.
But even then, I went, like, when we went lakeside, trying to find Pokemon cards in Clacton. Dan paid 15 quid for each pack of the Destined Rivals, which is fucking extortionate.
Yeah, it is extortionate.
But when I went lakeside, I managed to find what ones were they? I can't remember the fucking name of them, but I managed to find in HMV they had some cards that were like $4.99, so I was like, I'll have some of them.
That's actually a good price, to be fair. I think as well.
Old ones.
Yeah, resellers have ruined the cards. They really have. They really have. They're fucking destroyed.
They're like that with everything, because you know those new Bratz ones, not the cards, the little mystery boxes. Because one of my best friends, she collects them, and like on Vinted, they were selling one for like 200 quid, and I was like, no, do not buy it for 200 quid. No. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, resellers ruin everything. They take all the fun out of it, in my opinion. Scalpers sounds so American, so I always just call them resellers.
Yeah. But no, they have ruined it completely. I mean, it's just ridiculous now.
It's like, have you seen how much an original pack of Pokemon cards goes for nowadays?
They're fucking
expensive.
You've got the original first edition ones, and then you've got the fossil ones. They go for, if an unopened pack, I think someone had an unopened box which went for $500,000. Half a fucking mil.
Yeah.
An unopened box of unopened packs, like a promotional box.
Yeah.
As that to me is fucking insane.
It's wild, isn't it?
Oh, wow.
Absolutely wild.
A lot of vintage stuff is making a comeback now, which is nice because I saw people
You're gonna
vintage.
go
They put
check your
like
loft, Gail. Yeah, you become a
jet.
multi-millionaire, man, if you're freaking
You could be a millionaire. Like those cards are so valuable, and I've
They
seen
are.
people put like because all the old stuff is making a comeback. I saw
Oh
someone
yeah.
put their old Game Boy on Vinted for like a couple hundred, and I thought, wait,
I've
I
got
have
one
a
of the
Game Boy.
original. I've got one of the original big ass chunky Game Boys, like the big grey things. I've got one of the original one of them, and then I've got the first ever game. Not the first ever, but the first ones that were sold. The Game Boy Colors.
Oh yeah. I think I've got one of them knocking about in
Yeah.
the loft somewhere.
I
But
have downstairs the Game Boy Advance SP, but I don't know how valuable it is.
Gail, just to let you know as well, and for anyone else, Pokemon cards, right? Even if you have the first edition generic ones, like all the commons, they are still worth money if they are in decent condition.
I'll have to go
Yeah.
and see. I've got
And I have
one card somewhere.
shitloads of them, like shitloads. Some of them, even just like one card of, say, like a Charmander that's not shiny, just your bog standard common card is something like 10 odd quid last time I checked. That's just for one card. So you can imagine how many of them people have pulled out of packets
Yeah.
and have kept in boxes and stuff like that. Like I've got a first edition Blastoise, so I need to get restored. That's a shiny. So yeah.
Oh, the Nokia N-Gage.
Oh my god, I remember those phones.
Yes.
God, those phones are interesting. And Tetris, Gail. I mean, I still play Tetris, not on my old Game Boy, but I do still play Tetris.
I do like Tetris. It is a good way to like wake yourself up in the morning, especially on the commute to work. Like I'm like, let me play Tetris on the phone.
There is
Yeah.
Nice one.
There is going to be, just doing a little bit of self-promotion here, so I've got Jess coming down tomorrow.
Yes, you do,
And
yeah.
me and Jess are going to be playing a game over the next couple of days when she is down called Crazy Zoo Sounds.
Okay.
Not familiar
Just
with it.
promoting that out there. Have a look at it. Have a look at it before you watch me play it. And yeah, it's basically you have a little zoo, but you record the sounds for the animals.
Oh.
So
Oh, that sounds funny.
Oh dear.
So every time you go near the animal, it makes that sound. And I tested it out. My first one was a pig, and I just made the sound, and I went oinky oink. So every time I now go near that pig, it goes oinky oink.
It's so funny.
You can match it with any sounds. But yeah, just a little bit of a promotion because me and Jess are going to be doing a live with that.
I'm excited. I'm
Technology's older than E.
as well.
I mean, technically, I'm older than Google, so there's that.
Oh, Josh, don't. I don't want to feel old anymore. Stop.
We had this conversation yesterday, and we're older than Google and all that stuff.
Also, I'm older than Google if it helps, JJ.
Jess's mum is a year older than me. Do you know how old that makes me feel? That Jess is, and well, would have been the same. My son would have been the same fucking age as Jess. That is
My mum's 50 next year.
You're
It
only as
helps.
old as you feel. Well, that's very, very true, Jess. Yeah.
And that
very
is true. You are only as old as you feel.
Oh, Jay, have you popped your kid out yet?
What?
Sorry, Lots of Plot Mum's just come in and she's due in like literally any day.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, bless her.
Any day.
Oh, sorry, Jess.
It won't let me. Yeah.
Here.
Hello.
Hello.
You have to excuse my voice. I'm getting over a cold.
You don't sound like you're smoking 60 a day anymore.
No, I sound slightly more normal. I'm a bit more squeaky than normal, but we're getting there.
Like a teenage
getting
boy
there.
breaking their voice in.
I just want to sound normal because I know your boys are going to take the piss out of me.
Yeah.
JJ's sweet and lovely. She would never.
No, not JJ. JJ's
People will
boys.
literally call bullshit on that.
You're sweet and lovely to me, so I will
Six
say
weeks
that.
left, but being induced due to gestational diabetes.
Oh.
Oh, bless you.
Baby big then.
But
Ouch.
JJ, it was the one that was it one of your boys did for your girl on your
Oh, the
on their
fucking
animal noise.
on the game, Ethan screamed in the car, and it's the sheep. So now every time Bella goes near the sheep, it's just this pure fucking terrifying scream.
Oh my god.
And then Bella pulled up the sound of Elphaba saying, "I'm not like that." So every time she goes near a parrot, it goes, "I'm not like that."
It's funny.
Oh, 100%.
But I mean,
Jay.
There's worse
there you
voices to use.
oh, thank you for the gifts, guys. I didn't see that.
Jay, have
And
you
it's
got a
like,
day set? Sorry.
when you said you sent the feet to Bella, and she was like, "What the fuck is that?"
She thought, yeah, so I know Bella's going to see it anyway, but I sent it to, I just sent the cropped picture, not the account. I sent the cropped picture to Bella, and Bella thought it was a hand. Like Elphaba's foot, she thought it was a hand. And I was like, no, that's a foot. And she was like, that is not a foot, that is a hand. I was like, legit, it is a fucking foot. She was like, why is it shaped like that?
You sent that to me, and I was like, "What the hell is this?"
I sent it to
JJ sends
everyone.
it to me almost daily.
Oh god.
You don't want to know the abusive messages I got off Bambird because of that.
Oh,
And that woman fucking terrifies me.
See, me and Bambird we send each other Hamilton memes at this point.
God. Yeah, no, she was not impressed at what I sent.
He hasn't given you a shout out on the podcast. And JJ, stop sending me that picture.
No, and I hope she don't, to be fair.
I feel bad because all your clout,
has
like
to.
you made E famous, right? And he never gives you a shout out. He has
mean,
dedicated
to be fair,
lives
happy
about
birthday.
Violet.
To be fair, right, my days of Elphaba shouting me out have been and gone, and I'm quite glad that he doesn't anymore, to be fair.
I remember seeing you in his live yesterday in the comments saying, "I've requested a box," and we were all cheering you on. We were like,
He
"Go on,
fucking
JJ."
responded to me though, because I turned around and was like, look, let's have a proper chat. And I requested the box because I'm a point blank first thing, I'm surprised he didn't even have me blocked. So, because normally I'm one of the first people he blocks. So I was like, I'm going to take full advantage of this. So I commented, and he actually read my comment out and was like, I won't have you up in the box, but I'll if you comment or if you let me know, I'll answer it. And then refused to answer the questions I put in after.
Loads of times to get in the box.
Yeah, I kept seeing you saying, "Can I get in the box? Can I get in the box?"
I did see that as well.
Yeah.
I was calling him out.
The
I'm
thing
very
is,
glad that I was asleep at that point.
the moment you would have got in the box, if you would have shouted at him, he would have literally just dropped you before you had a bloody chance.
Yeah.
But
You know what he's like.
I would have most probably gone up there. I would have been calm and collected and asked him a few questions, and then his answers would have fucked me off to the point that I then started shouting.
And then he
That
would
would've
have been like, "I know your real name."
It's like
My real name.
I play video games with JJ's husband, and he keeps calling her Jen, and it freaks me the fuck out every single time. Because then I go, "Oh, Jen, no, JJ,
JJ.
it's
Yeah,
JJ, it's not Jen."
he started saying to you now, hasn't he? Instead of Jen, he just says JJ now to not confuse you.
Yeah, because otherwise I start saying Jen, and then I catch myself and throw it back, toddler tantrum.
It's interesting though, because I have a few friends who they change their names, and because I've only known them from their current name, I would never obviously I wouldn't call them their old name, but their other friends sometimes slip up, and I'm like, "Why are you giving you that name?" And they're like, "That's my birth." Not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like there's a creator on here that does cam twos, and her name is in her bio, but I would never call her by her name.
See, I've said this before. It's like Bambird's name. I know Bambird's name, but I've never even once, even knowing it, I've never once accidentally slipped up with it because I don't know her anything other than Bambird.
Yeah.
And to call her anything other than BB just sounds wrong. It's not to say her name isn't a nice name, but to me, it's just, it does.
It's BB.
Yeah,
It's BB.
It's just BB. You can't call her anything other than BB, and I think even she like prefers it over her real name now.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough.
Yeah, it's just become something that has kind of stuck.
But it's like in some of my contacts, I have people from TikTok that have sent me their phone number. Their contact name is their TikTok username. So for example, I have Nat. Nat, I could quite easily leave in my contact as Nat. She's not. She's Nat or Natalie, which is her TikTok name.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
No, I don't know whether anyone remembers that, but before BB was before anyone knew what BB looked like and anything like that, Jay started a rumour that that BB's name was Alice, and Elphaba went live with such fucking chest and was like, I know Bambird's real name is Alice Ford. And we were all sat there in a fucking group chat, fucking creasing, because we're like, who the fuck is Alice? And then that's where all the songs come from. And it's just ripping the absolute shit out of Elphaba because he's so confident that her name was Alice.
The wrong thing. And the other day, when
isn't it funny that the other day he said his name was Alice?
That's what I was saying. I was like, he said, "Oh, my name's Alice from Wonderland, darling." Okay.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Most probably had a flashback to BB.
Oh my God, Gail's. Wait, she said, "I'm up now. I'll be on my best behaviour." She actually was on her best behaviour. To be fair,
Yeah, shocking.
I was shocked.
But yeah, Jay was the one that told Elphaba BB's name was Alice, and yeah.
The funniest thing, whenever I think about BB, I just think of that letter and how Reese found it for her.
Oh, the lettuce dress, yeah. It's just we still can't find it in her size though.
The thing is, I feel like if you just search the brand like on Vinted, maybe Depop.
So you can find it in a size extra small and small. I've tried looking for a medium. There's been a couple of websites that have come up. However, it then says out of stock or the page can't be found when you then go and look for it.
Look on Shein.
It's not.
Yeah,
on
we get we get a decent dupe maybe for now. Then when BB gets her day in court, when BB gets her day in court and she's got to stand.
I think we should find a really, really good seamstress.
Yes.
And get one custom made to just look exactly the same.
I mean, it's her birthday soon.
It is her birthday soon. I'm not allowed to tell you
February,
exactly,
but it's still soon.
Not February.
Don't know why.
Her birthday's every day of the fucking month.
Every day is BB's day.
Every day is BB's day, yeah.
No slander of the lettuce dress. How dare you? That was beautiful. And the green socks and the white trainers.
The thing is, the actual dress isn't too bad. Like, it's a bit too frilly up at the top for me, but on the model, it's not too bad.
I mean, on the model, it's definitely more stunning.
Each to their own, but, you know, not my style.
Would I wear it? Absolutely not.
Are you sure, Emily? I'm sure it would complement your red
colour.
hair quite nicely.
Oh, no, I wouldn't even wear it in a different colour.
Don't even...
I mean, you've got the bonnet. You've got half of the Elphaba outfit already.
Fuck's sake.
I've got the... Stop bringing my bonnets. I'm not an Orion wannabe. I do not have a cat that I neglect. I have a dog who is spoiled rotten, I'll have you know. He is sunbathing
When you
outside.
first got on camera and she instead of calling you by your name, called you Elphaba.
Yeah,
I was ready to hang up.
that was
I'm gonna be. I was ready to end my. I was ready to end like
Everything.
going off. I was like, I'm gonna go off now.
That was a complete accident.
It was funny though, but like no, with the bonnet thing, I've literally worn it just because like anyone who has long hair he knows what I'm going. You know, like it just helps prevent it shedding.
Question though, so Elphaba said that obviously they're on diet pills, right? I don't believe they actually are.
Yeah.
Because if they was, with the crap that they are eating, they would be stripping the lining of their stomach because them tablets would be working overtime.
That's why I had to stop taking them because they actually can do so much damage to the lining of your stomach. Like whether it's on the TikTok shop or anywhere else, like
even the
they can do a lot of damage.
Fat, even the tiniest bit of fat that you have that, and your body, like those tablets work so that fat doesn't get absorbed and it just slips out essentially. I don't believe they're actually on them. I don't
think so either, especially because the amount that they're eating, it's not consistent with someone who is
frying fucking burgers in butter for fuck's sake.
And a family-sized trifle.
The tiramisu that they tried to claim was their own.
Yeah, that was funny.
What I find
burgers.
I was going to say the 4 burgers was just insane to me. Like with my family, right? Like when we go to, you order like a small meal. They're small. It's like because the portions over there are.
Yeah.
He eats the amount that like I had to eat when I was underweight. I'm going to be so honest. Like that is not the amount like a regular 22-year-old is encouraged to eat a day because obviously you have your recommended calorie intake. He goes way over that. And when you're on 100%. Diet pills, you also have to still be in like a deficit.
Yeah. But if you
there's no way.
So
no way.
His is, I think, as well, it's comfort eating.
Yeah.
So for anyone, I don't.
No.
For anyone that's had an addiction of salts, when you have an addictive personality, you tend to, if you get rid of one addiction, say for example, Elphaba's getting rid of rugs and not doing rugs, they're going to replace that with some other addiction, whether that be food, whether that be smoking, and that is exactly what they are doing. They are replacing one addiction with another addiction of food. When you look at past pictures of Elphaba, there was nothing of them. They were skinny, and now, wow, he has put so much weight on so quickly.
Yeah, and I think, and I've said this a few times, I think that's why he wants the ADHD meds, because in my experience and in many other my friends' experience, you can lose so much weight on that meds because you aren't really thinking about food. And sertraline itself doesn't really make you gain weight, but it just makes you feel a bit more peckish. Like if you're still eating the same amount of food on sertraline as you are off it, it's not going to slow down your metabolism. So the whole thing of like, oh, sertraline slow down my metabolism, it hasn't. Your metabolism slows down as you get older naturally anyway. Like that happens with many people. This whole thing of like, oh yeah, I'm on this, I'm on that. And I don't think he will take Manjaro because one, it's expensive, and two, you have to really commit to it.
And
they say
he wouldn't get it prescribed by the GP. He doesn't qualify, it doesn't fit the criteria to get it on the NHS.
Yeah, because to get it on the NHS is very tricky. They do give it to people who are over BMI, and I've heard now they're giving it to people who are unemployed over BMI as a way to help them, find work.
Oh, that was not 100%. Sorry, Jay. For fuck's sake. A comment is saying, can it put 1 pp%? It was meant to say 100%. Apologies. But
I don't think the sugar test he'd get.
No, he wouldn't. Even like, there is no health condition that he has that would qualify him to fit any criteria.
Yeah.
Even a lot of GPs won't do it for even people with type 2 diabetes, even though they fit under that criteria.
Yeah.
It's normally like technically I should be offered it on the NHS because one of my health conditions is affected by a weight increase, but
Yeah.
the GP is still umming and ahhing about whether they would even give me it, and like I've got a whole hoo-ha once this baby's up because I'm pushing for it. But yeah, it's a big thing. But I don't believe he's on the tablets whatsoever, because he would be sat there on a daily basis in absolute fucking agony, not being able to get off the damn toilet, because of the pain that it would be causing him, because it'd be fucking his stomach up like insanely at this point.
Yeah, and like Foxy said, he's on something for diabetes. And I remember when Ozempic and Manjaro started to like become a thing, people who actually had diabetes, they weren't able to get that medication because people were using it as a way to, you know, lose a whole bunch of weight.
Yeah.
But like those diet thing that he is on, it's definitely not working. If he, I feel like maybe he is taking it, but it's not working because he is still power eating, like JJ said. He's replacing it.
If he is taking it, he's not taking it as prescribed and taking it on a regular basis. So as you were saying about like the ADHD meds, my older boy Ethan, he's on methylphenidate.
I'm on the same.
Yeah, he's on Medicanet prolonged release ones. And when he does his weigh-ins every 6 months, he doesn't move off the line as like. So they've been trying to get him to eat more high-fat stuff.
Yeah.
So even with his school, he has like, if we notice that he's not eating as much, he gets like a 5-minute pass to be able to go to, before he has like his afternoon meds or something like that, to go and get food before he has the meds, because it completely kills his appetite. He's just got no want nor need for it. And even he has noticed it to the point where he's said in the past, I don't like being on it. It makes me not want to eat, and then I get self-conscious about it.
One thing I would definitely recommend is talk to them about the dosage, because when I started methylphenidate, well, when I had my assessment and in my report, they asked me, you know, how much do you weigh? When I started, before I even took medication, I weighed 10 stone, 10 pounds. Now I'm 9 stone 6. I've lost quite a lot of weight. But the tablet itself, because I'm on 36 milligram, at one point I was on 52, and I had to go down because I wasn't eating. I was very easily irate. I was like close to passing out. So I would say talk to your provider, especially because your son is saying that he doesn't like how he is on that medication.
It's so he likes the way the medication helps him. The way he says it is the medication helps his brain quieten, and it gives him the answers. So obviously he hasn't got that loudness in his head, whereas when he doesn't have his meds. So he does, when it's like half term, he doesn't have his medication. That is the plan we've got with the with his consultant, to not give it all the time. Same as sleeping meds. He's on melatonin as well. It's half term is a term for like even 6 weeks holiday. He'll have it for like the odd occasion there if he needs to go and do something where he's got to focus. But typically when it comes to half terms or breaks and stuff like that, even weekends, he doesn't have it. So when he does have it, it has that better effect for him. His body's not as used to it. But with school at the minute, even though he is having those breaks, so he's not having it at the weekend, he's not having it during half terms, it's still not working. He's still dropping. So we've just got like his report back for like his grades and everything for Ethan except 2 subjects is saying significantly below. And then they explain where he is going wrong. And it says disruptive learner focus. So his meds aren't working, which chances are they're going to end up either changing the medication he's on, because he's been on this one for quite a few years, or it's going to be a case of they increase the dosage and split it throughout the day, even though he's already got a split dose and a prolonged release one, it's not lasting, and the teachers are noticing that when it gets to a certain point during the day, it's like he hasn't had any medication at all.
Yeah.
Whereas
The
Matthew...
best thing...
No, go on.
I was going to say the best thing to do is write a list of everything that your son is experiencing. And when you have the next consultation with them or discussion, say, this is the pros, these are the cons, what are our options? Because they can't let your son struggle. They really can't.
No, they can't. No, they really can't.
The thing is, though, services are so freaking underfunded, underfunded. Trying to actually, most of our appointments, so our last checkup appointment, instead of actually going to see the ADHD nurse, because we only see the consultant once a year, and then throughout that, like the other time we see the ADHD nurse, they ended up making that a telephone appointment. And then when it comes to the weighing and blood pressure, they palmed it off with our GP and just said, can you get it done at the GP or can you do it at home? So weigh him at home and do his blood pressure at home, which basically we're doing their fucking job for him. Like, what's the bloody point?
Yeah. And it is very sad they're negating everything to you or the GP when, like you said, that's their job. They should be doing it.
Yeah, that's the problem is they're really underfunded, aren't they? So
yeah. And I understand, but there's also some stuff like, but like if they say to you, okay, we can't have a discussion about your son's meds, and what else are they doing? Or do they expect your GP to look into it? Because he's been on it for years. I'm so sorry, Jake.
No, go on.
I was going to say, because he's been on it for years, they obviously are going to be aware that he is going to have like ups and downs and changes to how the medication affects him. So the best thing to do is you just have to keep pushing them. That's all we really can do.
They're the services are just so shit. So I've been on the waiting list. So this is what pisses me off about Elphaba, is I put my assessment in just I think it was like a couple of weeks after Elphaba apparently did theirs. I'm still waiting for an actual appointment for mine. My youngest, and Jess will see this when she comes down, and anyone that has met my youngest, that kid does not sit still. He thinks at a million miles an hour. He bounces around. Even the school have said he lacks the focus, and even the school have agreed, because we turned around and said to him, like, when it comes to, like, we believe he's got ADHD. When it comes to it and you guys agree, let us know and we'll put the referral through, because there's no point doing it unless it's actually going to affect his schoolwork and his education. So when it comes to the school actually speaking to us and saying to us, look, he can't sit still, he's not focusing, he's being disruptive, we do believe we now need to do the referral. So we did the referral for Luke, went through it all. And they actually turned round, and even though the answers were, I think worse is the wrong word, but is a clear sign that Luke does have ADHD, they turned around and said that there wasn't enough evidence to say that he does have ADHD and to retest him again in a year's time. So it's like, right, so he's got a struggle because the school can't do anything. The school can't give him that extra support without getting that funding and getting the like, they can't get that funding without the diagnosis. And it's just, and now we've got to wait another year before, well, it's I think about 6 months, 7 months now before.
It's really sad.
It is. It's really fucking annoying. And then you got the likes of Elphaba fucking doing what they're bloody doing.
It's like I was tested, because JJ will tell you there's something there. Like, I'm not going to label it because I don't have a label. But I went through the testing for ADHD, and they said that I have too many traits that are too similar with autism, that my results are too inconclusive to diagnose me with either one.
That is interesting, because one of my friends, she got assessed for ADHD and autism at the same time. I can't remember who she went with. So if they were doing 2 separate tests, then maybe they could put you forward to one where you get tests for both at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know
if that's something you can do.
Mine might have been with CAMS.
Oh,
It
with
was in-
cams,
It
right?
was in a
Okay.
CAMS building, so I don't know if it was with CAMS or whether it was just held at their office.
Because I think cams they may be outsourcing a lot more. Let me just check on my laptop.
Jess has ADHD because she has specific pots for specific cooking
Can we
requirements.
stop calling me out about that, JJ?
I mean, if it
She
makes you
has a
feel
specific pot to fucking fry, or a pan to fry or to do scrambled egg, for
Hey,
fuck's sake.
I've got specific things for things as well.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
a
That's
specific pen.
ADHD thing.
I do think the best thing to do is, because obviously if you went through cams, you were obviously under you were obviously a child when you got assessed.
I was 17.
Yeah. So what you can do is you can contact your GP and apply for a right to choose autism and ADHD assessment. And if you explain to them, I went through CAMS as a 17-year-old, they couldn't pinpoint where it was. I would like to go to a specialist that offers both autism and ADHD assessments. If you message me, I'll see what I can do, because one of my friends, she got assessed for autism and ADHD at the same time. I can't remember the provider name, but I will ask her.
To be fair, I'm not too bothered about the diagnosis or the label. I've lived with it for 20 years.
Yeah.
At this point, it's just about getting that recognition that, like, with me, I've tried every single antidepressant. I've been on antipsychotics. None of them have ever worked. If anything, they've made my head worse. And it isn't until later on in life that I've been told by even my son's consultant, like, have you looked at getting assessed? And then said, like, look, and like I've had the conversation with them, and they said, yeah, quite a lot of what you're describing are ADHD, potentially autism traits.
Yeah, it's like I can't take sertraline because it makes my head 10 times worse.
Yeah, it's not a case of I want to sit there and get medication for it. Like, I would like my head to be quiet at some point.
Yeah, because that's why I went for my ADHD assessment, and I was talking to someone at work who has both, and she said she was more concerned. Well, basically, she could only pick one assessment. She would have just picked the ADHD one, because with autism, like you said, there's no medication for it, Joshy. It's just something that people learn to live with.
Yeah, it's just that recognition that it's not. It's I can't even word it the way that I want to word it, but yeah, like with Matthew, my boy who's got autism and ADHD, he has his ADHD meds, but when he has his ADHD meds, which do actually work quite well for him, you can then see the sides of autism, which unfortunately it upsets him, and it does affect him on a day-to-day basis. Like, he's got upset because, like, we had his birthday dinner yesterday, and he invited one specific kid to come to this birthday dinner with him, and they didn't come. And he gets really upset. Like, he's gone out on the estate and has said, like, Luke's got friends, everyone else has got friends, but no one wants to play with me. So Luke, bless him, has taken him round and, like, introduced him to people, because Matthew's socially awkward. He doesn't know how to interact with people properly.
No, but here's the thing about that, though. Like, I get that. I mean, as someone who, I find it's interesting, because as someone that does this, you know, goes live and talks to people, I am also somebody that struggles with interacting, and, you know,
it's like
JJ was asking me for weeks if I wanted to come over because of what's going on in my personal life. She was like, you need a break, you need to go away, come here. And it took me, I think, 3 weeks to be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because although I can talk behind the app and I can talk to people on the app, I'm so socially awkward off of the app that I've had complex PTSD and anxiety since I was 13, and it definitely is a struggle. It's like I have to really focus on what I'm saying when I am live, because I overthink it. I have to plan the conversations before they happen.
I do that too,
so that I'm not taken aback.
Yeah.
Jay's just said it about Matthew's head strokes. So I don't know whether it's for anyone else that's got autism, but there seems to be something for someone with autism that is like an immediate calm down, like cut off response, and will just completely just like help not stimulate, help. I can't think of the word. Regulate. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Regulate. Matthew's is head strokes. If he is overstimulated and he's stimming, making loads of noises and all that, he will come up to you if he trusts you, and he'll want you to stroke his hair. He'll like almost act like a dog and rub his head up against you to get you to stroke his hair.
Oh, bless.
And the moment you do that, completely different child. Completely. It is so bloody bizarre. Even with Scouts, I've had to write a letter because with Scouts, you're not allowed to touch a child. Like, that sounds so fucked up the way I put it. You're not allowed to hug a child or anything like that. It's specifically within the rules. If a kid comes up and hugs you, you're not allowed to hug back and all that jazz. But with Scouts, because it is something that does regulate Matthew massively, they asked me to write a letter to give them explicit permission that they was allowed to do that, because it is something like, if he gets massively overstimulated by an activity that they're doing, it's something that they can do to just completely regulate. Like, it's so bizarre how quickly it regulates him. It is just
it's so it's something similar, but it's basically a grounding thing. So it's because everything's going on. It's basically because everything's going on at once. It's that if something word.
relaxing. I can't think of the word either.
So if someone trusts you, like say for example, Mr. Raccoon, for me, if I'm getting way too much, which happens a lot, by the way, he'll just come over and hug me, and it's the instant calmness
relief,
it's the instant release of it. It's very similar to someone who, and this is trigger warning for some people, self-harming. It's that release.
It is pretty much that same release type thing.
It's the same release, and that's the reason why you'll find a lot of autistic people do self-harm, because it's the it's what's happening is everything is in the mind, so that's all emotional based, so it's all in the mind.
It gives you some control back.
See, Cameron, my eldest, he used to have a self-soothe thing of headbutting. I'm not sure. Jay had met my eldest when he was alive, and I'm pretty sure you guys might have seen it. So he used to have a lot of bean bags, and when he was tired, he would just constantly lean forward and headbutt the bean bags constantly, and it was just a self-soothe. Although it would come across as it wasn't always bean bags he would headbutt. He would headbutt pretty much anything, including a person. It's just a self-soothe thing that would eventually make him go to sleep. It's weird, isn't it? Some people rely on other people to self-soothe, and then
I mean, sometimes it can come across. I mean, obviously Mr. Raccoon's not always here, and I didn't always have Mr. Raccoon, so a lot of it can be rocking. I tap my feet a lot, which drove my mother nuts, by the way. Or rather, I shake my leg. Constantly shaking my leg to regulate, all of the time.
I'm always wiggling my toes.
Yeah.
Same.
So
mine's biting the sides of my mouth.
Yeah. So there's always something to I always relate it to, it's something physical. to self-soothe yourself, because your mind, my mind is constantly going, and it's always everything. So it's like yeah.
And this is a bit that frustrates me with like Elphaba, is they don't actually realise, they read the bits online, but they don't actually realise how much autism and ADHD affects your day-to-day life. Even just seeing it, like, I'm not diagnosed, I'm not going to sit here and claim that I'm diagnosed or anything like that. But just seeing it, like, if we took out the equation for the fact that I'm being assessed or anything like that, if I just took it on the side of like how Matthew is and Ethan is and Luke is, it's a lot, not even just for the people themselves that have got it going on. Hold on 2 seconds. It's the family as well that have to go through it and have to witness it and have to help regulate it and set the routines up and everything along that. It's tiring.
It's difficult. So difficult. Hey, Record, it really is so difficult, and like it is what it is really difficult. Sorry, yeah.
It's like I can't speak on the ADHD or autistic because, like I said, I'm not diagnosed. But when it comes to his anxiety or supposed anxiety or whatever, I have had diagnosed anxiety since 13. I'm quite a confident person behind the screen. I can talk to my phone, like my get readies with me and things like that. I film about 20 times because if there's something slightly wrong, I panic about it. But I've already warned JJ that when I get to hers, I'm probably going to be quiet for a couple of hours because although I've had many a conversation with JJ, not only on the app and off the app, and we've spoken over the phone and I've interacted with their family and things like that, the anxiety of not knowing will take over for 2-3 hours and then I'll be fine.
Yeah, and that's the thing with anxiety. It's like, because I struggle with anxiety as well when I was quite young when I started showing signs of it. And I feel like now people are a lot more understanding, like, especially, you know, like as you get older, you kind of learn to adapt to it more, I guess. But it's still horrible to live with. And like, I can't, it's me, right? I would never be able, my anxiety would not let me go out by myself at night to a club wearing an outfit like that and talking and flirting to people. Like, I would not be able to.
Yeah, but it's like, I've found, I don't know if it's the same for every parent, but I've found since having my son, I've talking to people, oh yes, okay, I still have the anxiety, I can feel it. It doesn't impose, it doesn't stop me from being able to talk to people now. Because when people ask questions about Theo, it's like he's a special interest, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I reel up everything. I'm like, oh yeah, he's this age, he does this, he does that. And then all of a sudden I can feel the anxiety creeping up. But because I'm talking about something that I know and love, the anxiety kind of gets pushed down a little bit, but I can still feel it and you can still see that I'm anxious.
Yeah.
But it doesn't impose my ability to talk.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. I mean, when I was a kid, I remember like I used to, this sounds so sad, but like when I was 12, my dad died and my family didn't really know how to like talk to me other than my nan. And my nan, because my special interest has always been The Little Mermaid, I've said to Joshi, I know the soundtrack in English and in Greek, which is not normal for a child who definitely isn't on the spectrum. But like my nan would be like, oh, tell me something about Ariel. You know, she would try to say something that would like make me feel more grounded in a way. And with people now, they don't like a special interest, you know, it can really help reduce your anxiety. And with my friends, like one of my friends is really into Pokemon, and we were hanging out the other day, we were in Central, and she doesn't like big crowds. So I would be like, okay, let me try to ground her. And I'd be like, oh, how's your Pokemon going? Like, what ones have you caught? And she would just, God, I caught this one, I got this one.
It's a complete change in personality, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. With anxiety, it's just something that what's it like? It's like what Jess was saying. Like, you know, you could just it can really improve your mood when you change the bit of conversation to something a bit more less of a heavy one.
I think
I find when the
Elphaba uses
conversation's
it.
not on me, I'm easier. I can talk easier. As soon as you start asking questions about me, I go, how much can I say without trauma dumping, or how much are they going to hate me if I say this? And I spiral.
Yeah.
But if you ask me, like, oh, how old's your son? Well, he's 11 months, and I can start talking about that. Because
I think Elphaba uses it as a, do you know when people just go, like, say it as like a turn of phrase, like, oh my God, that gives me such anxiety. Doesn't mean you've got anxiety, it's just a turn of phrase. That is what I think Elphaba does with a lot of stuff. It's just like, oh yeah, I've got anxiety, but yet can go and scream and sing in public. And it's like, people with genuine anxiety would never not even in their wildest dreams would that even that would be a pure nightmare for them, because all that focus would be on them.
I don't know how to change it, but on my live sometimes TikTok will set a gift goal, and once you've completed the goal, it says something like, complete this goal and I'll sing you a song or something like that. I don't know how to change it. I don't know how to take it away. But as soon as people do it and then they're like, oh, you need to sing now, I panic. And I'm like, I can't. Like, that's just not happening. So for someone with some sort of anxiety to sit and watch Orion screaming and shouting, not only on live but out of live, and the way, like, I hate to bring up Friday's situation, but the way he shouted across the road to a random person about what had happened moments before, with not a care in the world, to then be like, oh, sorry, I'm socially anxious, I have anxiety. For me, that's a real big kick in the teeth, because if that had happened to me, I would have sprinted home. I wouldn't have spoken to anybody.
I think
get a few drinks down me and that would have 100% be me.
But I think the way in which Elphaba, the way in which Elphaba explains that away is saying that they are drunk, which they're not, because that turns on and off when
they're picking and choosing.
Yeah.
The thing is, when I'm drunk, my anxiety is 10 times higher.
Oh, same.
Like, I am a much less anxious person if I've not had any substances. Like, as soon as you give me a drink, maybe for the first 3, I'm giggly, I'm bubbly, I'm great. Like, I want to be everyone's friend. But as soon as I cross over that line, the only time I've ever been on a night out, it was just after I turned 18. I had 2 drinks, I had 2 cocktails, and then I sat outside the club the entire night crying because I thought that I'd made my boyfriend at the time hate me.
Oh, God.
Fucking Jay, I'm drunk, I see bedtime, that's it. That is fact. When we went out in Liverpool, she got drunk and decided to head back without fucking telling anyone. So we were like, fuck, where is she? She just fucking disappeared and went back to bed. Then we had Heather, who was trying to talk to everyone and anyone, and then nearly got hit by a car.
My mum, I once had to go pick my mum up because she went to this award show and she was under the table. It was really bad. And walking her home from this award show, she would sit down on random benches and I wouldn't notice, so I'd keep walking. And all I'd hear from behind me is, I love you, Jess. Jess, come back. I love you. And I would just curl into a ball. It was so embarrassing.
It's like, so you would have hated that. So that's basically what I do with the kids, but not when I'm drunk. So when I've dropped off the kids at school, more so Bella and Ethan, obviously secondary school, I drop them off at school and they now know if I roll down the passenger side window, they run into the school gates so quickly because they know the next things that I'm going to do is beat the horn and shout out, I love you. That's the quickest way to get them in school.
I definitely think the way that E handles their anxiety is a mockery of people that genuinely do suffer.
Yes.
Because, so there's something going on in my personal life that makes me very scared to leave the house. And Orion going on about how people have doxed him and that something similar is happening in my own personal life. And I am terrified to open my front door. but he is quite happy to go on a live stream and show his surroundings and be like, oh, people are doxing me. No, you've taken pictures under a sign that clearly says the road that you're running, you posted it on your public social media. You're live and people can see road names, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Like, to say that you're anxious that people are going to turn up, but then deliberately put yourself in a position where you have given people your location.
Yeah,
Right,
and
sorry
also
guys,
showing.
on that note, I'm going to jump off because I've just realised the time and I need to go and sort out washing. And I've got a kid trying to look for swimming trunks, so...
Oh, bless. And I was just going to say, he also shows himself walking home from the venue. So it's not just like showing the venue itself, but like the exact route from his home to whatever club he was at. And with things...
It took him less than 5 minutes to get to the club the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do it deliberately.
Yeah.
But on that note, what words? I can't fucking speak right now. I can't speak most days. No, I was just gonna say, I'm gonna, I'm gonna have to cut this live short.
No worries.
Just because, I'm starting to like. No, flake's not the right word.
You're all good, Josh. You don't know us.
All good. Yeah, you don't have to explain anything you don't want to.
Thank you for having me up, though.
But no, it's been lovely chatting to everybody.
Yeah.
I must say, I love the confidential red hair's given you.
Yeah.
I love that we're now getting Joshy face posts.
Yes.
I know, yeah.
Love the red on you.
I'm feeling a bit more confident these days.
But I'm glad.
I'm starting to feel a bit more confident and a bit more lively.
It definitely suits you, Joshy.
Thank you, everybody. But yes, I'm going to leave it here, and I'll probably be back tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. But yes, I will catch everyone later. Thank you, everybody, for coming up.
Love you all.
Love you all.
Sending love and bear hugs to everybody who needs it. And if you're going to cause trouble, remember to not get caught, okay?
And also stay hydrated because of the heat wave.
Yes.
Stay hydrated, everyone.
Yes, please do. And I'll catch everybody later. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.